everybody, and welcome back with us, Ginton Dice. So please, why don't you go ahead and pull up a table, have a drink, and watch whatever happens to transpire out of
Nothing.
this nutty crew that will pull something out of their ass. Welcome.
Always.
Hey, a penny!
Hey.
So, hello everybody,
But
and
it-
welcome. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. I have been looking forward, as every session, I'm always looking forward. You guys finally got rid of something awesome that was just, a little minor package,
Mildly infuriating.
but something new is happening, and so it's like, oh man, awesome! Can't wait to see what happens. So,
Yay.
um, we continue our streak of zero announcements as once again nobody ever likes us. I don't blame anybody because every now and then I don't like us.
Wow.
That was my senior quote, too.
Exactly.
Do you have a senior code? Oh yeah, that's the thing in America. I forgot.
So, unless anybody else has announcements, no. All right, cool. Why don't we go ahead and jump into tonight's virtual session of Dungeons and Dragons?
Durgans.
Ooh, dragons.
Dragons.
No, just Durgans.
Where you
Dragons.
guys last left off, you guys were on a quest, a magical quest, a quest that took you across continents, a quest that I'm trying to waste slightly some time to find something I'm looking for. Okay, fine. All right, so you guys were on Milo.
Just find what I was
Gosh.
you like my quick turn-ins, right? On Mila, you guys were seeking out a possibly a temple to return the Sphere of Oasis, something that you received a vision from one of the uh, genie lords. You were told that the path would lead you the way once you got close. So as you guys arrived to Mila, you guys first were just making a destination, thinking that it was possibly located towards the northern center of the, well, not center, but just the northern area of Mila. Halfway there, it seems as though a lot of you were extremely thirsty, and when trying to create water, nothing happened. So, some of you took an adventure into Earthscar, while the other two remained in the desert watching the box. They're meeting a couple of people, gathering some water, headed back out to the desert to reunite with your other companions. You guys mentioned what you saw within the city, and then kind of had an idea that maybe somebody there knows about the temple. So you guys headed back to Earthscar under the cover of night, and after some investigating, think you might have came across a follower who probably was seeking the sphere itself. After encountering slightly outside of the city of Kudrin, he introduced himself as the Sphere of the Oasis Guardian. But he was still trying to figure this out, as far as he, in a sense, started this, he was the Sphere Guardian of nothing because the sphere was not there. You guys helping him, as thus he's helping you, reach the temple. There, you guys encountered a couple of elementals, starting to fight your way through, but with an attempt of talking, uh, of just saying we're here in peace um, didn't really help. But with another person showing the contents of the orb, there they seem to have stopped their hostility towards you all. Once you put the orb in the center of this kind of like a half pyramid like altar, their children told you that an offering, a sacrifice, was needing to be made in order to take uh, the kind of curse from it out of you and to eventually reactivate what it's supposed to be doing. Each of you, one by one, made a sacrifice, something that was definitely close to you all. One that was giving up her home and was also met with no feeling attachments to her father. One giving up her mother and no longer remembering who she was. One giving up an idea of family where they was never a part of their family acts and felt betrayed by them. Another gave up the sense of motivation, not almost losing not necessarily the will to fight, but the will of what's going on to keep moving for these people's sakes disappeared. With ascending to two other, or technically three, if you want to count the dream as well, um, of your comrades, to Ore, Alistar, and Voss, who was told how they could activate a ritual from their end that would uh, pretty much allow them to make their sacrifice and give up something so that they can also help from their end. Not knowing what it was, you guys do know that with Arissa handing in what Ore had gave her, um, and hearing three pings, one from Ore and the other two, you can assume that was Alistar and Voss. There, you all felt relief. No longer being dragged down by the sphere as it's been dragging you guys down for quite some time now. With a drop of water, the form um, was already taking place, slowly increasing the water droplet into uh, more of a mass of water, encompassing the sphere. After a brief talk with a titan uh, who showed her face through the water, uh, intentionally thanking you all for what you guys are doing, and that more trouble, maybe not just for you guys, but just on the horizon, seems to be looming. You guys uh, took out or left the temple as it seemed to have fixed itself structurally, and with a sphere of water in the palm of the statue's hand slowly starting to pour out, you guys took back to Earthscar, trying to potentially warn and hope that you can get these uh, people understanding that trouble is on the way and trying to save lives. You guys talked with Spirit there. Uh, he didn't quite believe you guys and is still very hesitant of this uh, ordeal, but not want to take, uh, no caution, he sends out a party. Uh, I believe you guys told him the direction, right? I would like to think you guys did. I don't remember if you
Yeah,
did or didn't.
I thought we did.
He sent out a search
You're still
party.
muted. You're still muted.
No.
No, I'm not.
No, yeah.
You are still muted.
No, I'm not.
Anyways,
No, it's not you.
Cole, not you. He's talking about Clay.
I said yes, I know, I'm muted. I'm staying that way.
Damn it! I was like, what? Oh,
'Cause I always talk
You were
without
saying
thinking.
something?
Oh gosh,
I got it.
we already started this.
Cole really thought you were talking to him.
I
That's
should
why
I
was
should have
like,
just
"I'm
went with.
staying
I
that
should
way."
have just
was
like.
yes.
I should have been like, all right, guys. I don't know if we can do Cole tonight.
I was
He's
like, yes, I'm staying that way.
So you guys
I tried.
send a message to the captain of the ship that you guys left, who was just like a day away, so he's trying to get the crew to turn around. And you guys spent your night at the same very tavern that the first team that went there, that stayed in there, which was the Bloody Spirit.
I enjoy a nice soak that
So-
night, and then I send a dream to our tiger escort that he's drowning in the middle of the city. It doesn't deal any damage, so there's no save to be had. But he just has a nightmare that night while he's asleep that the city floods and he's drowning.
And you can't really say
Wow.
it. Drowning. That's
Okay.
a good time. That's like worst fear.
I believe we're starting on the 13th, if I'm correct, right, Clay? Okay, cool.
Yes, I
Um,
tried to double check it before session.
Usually if I stop it right before we start the next day, I go ahead and put it. Anyways, so
My roll 20 just decided it needs a restart, so
that's fine.
hopefully I don't need to roll anything.
All right, so as you all start to ambush Clay in his sleep, you all of you start to wake up in your respective rooms. Some slightly better than others, but it's still a not bad and a decent sleep. So, what are you guys doing?
Well, we have to wait for Clay to get us, or Zoe to get us out.
Yeah, we do have to wait for him to call on us because if we don't, we're probably gonna get in trouble. Oh no. Whatever shall we do?
So he's just in his room enjoying a morning bath after enjoying his night bath as well.
Hey, it's there for you.
Yeah.
It's not
The-
good for the skin.
The
though.
water was just as nice and warm as it was last night.
Nice.
Oh, that's not fair. I had to use cold water.
Didn't even have bathtub, just a cup and a pitcher. Just pour a glass and then dump it on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you could have done is like, don't you have like a communication thing down to your sleigh, so you could just throw the water like.
I could have.
Could
They'd
have.
have to send some message to me or talk through the porthole.
He
Unlucky,
probably would have
right?
ignored us anyway.
I mean, unlucky is what they call
You
it.
didn't try.
I do not like playing the role.
Oh yeah, I was an orc. I remember. I'm gonna be an orc again.
All right.
I think we just left
Well,
Alec to be exactly who Alec is.
Yeah, exactly. We just don't. We don't like. He's already like. You know.
Yeah.
It's a good. He's cool enough.
You guys realize that the last disguise probably wasn't the best disguise. After having conversations with Spear Edge and the rest of these tiger humanoids that are going by the... technically you guys haven't asked, but seems to be under a warlord name or last name Sunward.
No, he did say that. I remember that. I remember him saying that.
Say that. Yeah. So,
Oh,
someone-
no, I remember him saying that because I tapped into his mind. That's why I know he said that.
That makes sense.
You know, guys, this is a good talk through the porthole from this basement. But can we get out
He did
now?
say Sunward, but he didn't say the. Oh,
Like-
are you ready? Give me a moment to get dressed. I'm still in the bath. I'll be down to get you in just a moment. Do you
Come on.
need me? Did you need me to bring anything?
Not necessarily.
There's a
Just run
plate of
out.
grapes here. Would you like some grapes?
I mean, sure. But I
Throw a
can't
grape down.
out.
I don't think I would even
Just
bring
Throw a
anything
grape down
down
into
the-
the thing like.
Can I try to throw a grape down the speaker tube?
That's really big enough.
Well, I'm sitting like in the bath. Can I try to throw it at the speaker tube? Or like someone's trying to throw a grape into someone else's mouth.
just roll a d20.
There's just like a pile of them all
Low.
around, and then they finally get one
Low.
grape into the mouth.
Low,
Get-
please.
Roll
I
natural
want to see
20.
low.
We need a net
Roll
20 now.
natural 1.
There's a
Yes.
huge pile of grapes. around.
You're not making a single one of them.
What
After I'm
grape?
finally
I
done
don't
in
see
the
a
bath, I
grape.
finally get up and I just take a handful of the grapes and just cram them into the tube.
As you guys are like trying to ask like about leaving and stuff like this, it starting to sound like a little bit of muffled as like. Wait, hold on. I want to see something.
How many grapes come
How
flying
many
out?
Okay.
people?
It doesn't get jammed, but like you guys start to hear just a little bit of muffling sound, and it's like you're just waiting. Next thing you know, you just see like a decent amount of grapes just start to just roll out of the tube.
Grapes.
I'm just still like throwing them in one by one now that I'm standing in front of the thing.
Your grapes just like yum 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 yum.
These grapes don't
Eat
fall.
them before they fall apart.
Oh, stop. Okay.
What and unknowing list to you guys, the boss of the tavern with his tiefling. You remember the people the slaves you put in the one that last night? Yes, sir. Remind me to clean that porthole. That received a really bad like I heard something went down and it's like it needs to be cleaned. Right, sir. We'll get right on that once they leave. Alright. I hope they ain't
Let me.
using it. And he just like walks away.
Let me roll for grape allergy.
Roasted grapes.
Can you be allergic to grapes? Is that a thing?
Like
Nope.
maybe.
Let me look that
I
up.
mean, not that I'm aware, but I'm sure
I
there
mean,
is.
I know people can be allergic to everything, so I mean, who knows?
But so
Yeah.
what are you guys
I'm
doing?
actually looking this
Once
up.
I'm dressed,
Trying to
I'll
escape
go
now because
down
I'm
and get
tired
my
of
slaves, I guess.
want
Alright.
out.
And then
It-
get my business associates as well. 'Cause I
Alright.
assume I have to collect them as well, that they're
No,
coming
no,
anyway?
you don't have to collect them. It's
Okay.
the only
you
people
can't
that
be
has to
allergic.
be collected is your slaves.
We're not.
You
Yeah,
are
you
in
can't be
this
allergic.
tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah. We'll meet back up at the front of the building, I guess. I'll look
Yeah.
like my orc self. And...
also orc again.
Alright.
I'm slightly greener.
I mean, that works.
It's
Well,
called
As we meet
magic.
up, I cast Seeming, and Tay looks like the way Tay used to look.
Shall we go look at?
No, I'm kidding, I don't do that.
Shall we just? I don't know. We're like waiting around at the moment, right, for the boat to come
I
back.
think the tiger's
kinda-
supposed to come and get us, right?
I
We
kinda
didn't-
wish
we
this
didn't-
was a lemon.
He
Should we
left
just go
us here
find-
last night, and then
Should we go find them?
I think we were kind of supposed to wait here for him. I mean, I'm sure he could find us if we just walk around the city. It's not like we're trying to run away. Maybe send him.
What
a
if
message, be
he's probably at the same spot where we found him yesterday?
like, sure. Or we could send him a message and be like, "We're going to the market today."
Or we could do the thing that he did, where he roared. You know, you can like imitate the roar, right, and see what shows up.
I could
Don't.
probably imitate the roar. I can imitate the voice of anyone I've listened to.
Well,
So,
I
anyone's voice?
anyone's voice that I've listened to for more than a minute, and I'll copy Tay exactly, and I'll say anyone's voice in the exact same voice Tay had.
It's creepy. Don't do that.
Do that.
Don't do it.
I don't
Yep.
know
At
why I
night.
can do it though. It's just like a natural talent.
Weird.
Keep
Oh,
doing it.
Just
thought it like a
something I
thing that you can.
naturally do.
It's like
Huh.
at a certain point, like I was lying in bed one night and I could like pick things from a list.
Can you sound like Arissa?
Rissa has already told me not to do that. That
Yes,
was a
and me
conversation
too.
we had like the week after I met you all.
Yeah,
I
me
decided
too.
to try to look and yeah, Akuma also said it.
Don't even. It's
It was
weird.
like the
Ugh.
week or the week after I met you guys.
I think it's like one of the first things you did.
Yes.
Pretty much, I was like,
I learned my
"Funny,
lesson
go do
very
it."
quickly.
Yeah. Too weird.
Well, let's go.
But I could imitate his roar, but I don't think they'd like that.
Nah. Fuck that shit. Let's go to the harbor and let's just chill there at the docks until the boat shows up. Or
Yeah. And
no docks. The place where all the little boats are.
All right.
the,
So you guys head out of town, and not necessarily out of town, but
just to the edge.
back to the direction where you know the weird docking locations for the boats are. And as you guys kind of get up to the edge, you can see kind of like just a kind of like a little bit of fogness over the parts of the water, but it's not heavy enough that you can't really make out like, oh, there's a boat over there, and so on and so forth. But at this current moment, you don't see the signs of your boat.
How deep's the water?
It's like,
Like,
slowly
pretty
curving
deep?
a beach in there,
I
or
mean,
is it
there's no beach here. It's just
No,
like,
there's no beach. Like, you guys are standing on the side of a cliff.
okay? I'm curious. I'm just curious. Just, I wonder if the water's
so,
cold.
and then I think then I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna turn around into the direction where we know the water's coming from. Do I see anything yet with my thingies, or is the fog also in that direction?
The fog's not over there. It's just more hanging down below over the ocean water. You kind of look back and you can make a na 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 na. You can just make a check, just a check. Um,
I'm
I'll
looking.
you can make a nature check or investigation.
I know which one I'm picking.
Okay.
This is 0 versus a 9.
As the main reason why it's not perception, as you do look, you notice that it's not necessarily here, but it is a little bit further. I want to check something. It is, I believe, a little bit further south. Yeah, just a little bit. Where it seems like the pivot of like the natural formation of water, but you don't see anything. So no water yet.
well, no water. So is there anything interesting here? Like, is there
Y'all
any
want to go
interesting characters?
swimming?
I don't want to go swimming. Don't like
I don't
swimming.
know how to swim.
Oh, it's easy. You just move your arms and legs, right? I assume it's not that hard. I don't know if
I
I've
mean-
ever really done it either.
I mean,
I've gone
I've
swimming, but I
drowned
don't
people
want to
in,
go.
I've drowned people in ponds or puddles. Is it kind of like that?
I keep forgetting how aggressive you are.
That's very resourceful. I mean,
I mean, I don't want to go swim in the ocean with
Oh
who knows.
man.
Can swim in a lake. I mean, soon we'll have a lake here.
Is our boat here?
Oh
Not
yeah.
yet.
No. Yeah,
No.
it's like about 10 to 20 minutes since you guys
We could go
like
to the
got to the
market,
edge and
but
you're
if we
just standing
do-
there talking.
Are we just gonna stand here and wait?
I was gonna say
What if
we
they
could
don't
go to the
come?
market. If we do, though, I think we should all look like orcs, and none of us look like slaves or tieflings or anything.
Yes, I'm really done playing the slave.
Yes.
Can I play an orc?
Anyone want to go to the market? I guess.
As long as it's better than just standing around doing nothing. Getting old just standing here.
I mean, I'm debating like sending you out to the market and just standing there waiting for the town to blow up.
That might be fun.
I mean,
You want me to blow it up?
no. But
Probably
it will
not.
happen if you go unsupervised.
Oh, of course you'd say that.
So if we leave, if
So
Joe
we're-
and I stay here together with Alec, you two go into town. I'll just wait for the
You know what?
smoke.
I'll make the two of them look like orcs for the next 8 hours, and they can go into town for a bit, and we can just stay right here. Maybe we can play some games. You got any games you like to play? Any cards or dice?
Alec is just
Uh,
like, beat the potato.
I could
I mean,
arrange that.
I mean,
Can I
you can make
start
a lot of
you
casting
potatoes, right?
creation?
Could you? I was gonna say, did you see me to make him look like himself, but with a giant potato costume instead of a giant
I
banana
could use
costume?
theming to make him look like himself, but a potato for a head, or potatoes for hands.
But he can't. Yeah. Oh no.
You can't see it.
That just sounds horrible.
So
I
what are you guys doing?
I guess Akuma and I are going to the market.
Do you
Yeah.
want to? I think that was mostly a joke.
Do you want to go to the market?
Need something to do. Why are we just standing here?
You know what? I'm fine with it if you are.
Because okay, I'll explain really in a really short sentence why I'm standing here. I'm tired of getting into trouble.
Oh, you're boring.
No, I'm not boring. I'm tired of getting into trouble.
So boring.
Logic
I don't know if
sense.
that's boring. I
I
don't know
mean,
if that's
it's like
boring. I think that's more safe.
turns around, looks at the city because she's looking in another direction, looks at the city again. Like
If
that that place is a den of scum and villainy, and I don't want to go into it.
if you see the trader, the collector again, tell him that my price has dropped to 2,000 platinum.
What?
I
But
don't
then-
even need the trade anymore. It's just 2,000. It's worth it to get rid of the trouble.
That's not
I'm
very
kidding.
nice. I'm leaving.
Plus,
Did-
don't we
did-
have a
did-
giant golden dragon that's going to kill us if you guys stick around or something?
Hey,
Probably.
Wait a minute,
Emily,
it's the other way
talk about
around.
it.
It's the other way around.
Hmm.
They're gonna get killed. We're not gonna get killed. They're gonna get killed.
Okay, they'll get killed. We'll be perfectly fine. Then why don't we just trade them for $2,000? They end up getting killed. We're the only ones who win.
Wow, what a great
what's
group
it-
of friends.
I-
What's the
Wow,
what's a dollar?
This
2,000
friendship,
platinum. Sorry.
this friendship has got me questioning more and more now.
Now, Kuma just starts petering off.
I cast seeming as she's walking away to make her and Faye look like orcs.
Okay. What are you two doing as you guys travel to the market?
The
Food
ex-
stands?
Yes, let's look at food. They're gonna expect us all to do something bad. What if we just come back for food? They won't expect that, I bet.
Somehow, I think we're probably gonna get into some kind of trouble.
That's just what they want to think.
Whoever's looking for food, just make an investigation check. Shouldn't
Ah,
be too hard.
shit.
Investigation.
I want oh, look at that. That's good.
16!
Wow, that's a really good investigation.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean,
you're definitely finding just and they're it's not like they're like a food court that they're all located in one section.
Oh crap, they don't have that pretzel shop?
They're definitely all spread out. There's some that you come across that seems to be selling more fruits, like fruits and nuts, more a little bit healthier snacks. You have some who is selling all different types of meat. Some seem to be pretty much the same though. It's not like a variety of like meat. You might have like goats or sheep, just very simplistic selections. But
Is there any exotic meat in that?
Exotic.
no,
Interesting.
You have Dunkin' Cactus.
What did they got for? Okay, so you got goat and sheep. Is it like a kind of like a chicken leg, but instead it's like a goat leg, or
I mean they have
No.
chicken legs if you want.
well, I want like a goat-sized chicken leg,
Um,
like a goat's leg.
yeah, that's easily doable.
Okay, I'll take 3 of those, and then uh some fruit. I guess go get some fruit too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. For this entirety, we'll just say we'll put it up to 15 gold pieces. A lot of it was mostly the the legs
entire leg of goat.
Yeah,
I mean, meat is expensive in general.
Putting that in my inventory.
but the
Sheep
fruits and nuts
and goat.
wasn't that
You just have like
expensive.
legs of goats strapped to your back now. Use them as maces in
Oh, you're
combat.
funny.
A bloody
Actually,
bludgeoning.
Get your goat leg enchanted so it's a +1 mace.
oh no.
Are you guys looking for anything else?
No, because
Uh,
getting into anything else would most likely cause trouble. So
do you want? We can look for other stuff. I mean, we
I
got food.
I suppose, but they're expecting us to get in trouble. And I know if we stick around for very long, something's bound to happen. I mean, she did say I was like a crazy ass town, full of crazy people. Uh, mm,
What
Well,
do
the
you guys?
goat leg's pretty good. The goats are good here.
well, I mean, it's good that they've got some food going on here.
As you guys are kind of like just talking and look or like walking around a little bit, you can see just a slight presence, a little bit more than what you did yesterday of the tiger humanoid in more of guard like. They're more of just trying to definitely keep an eye out through the area. Um, but you just see a little bit more than usual.
Hmm, interesting. Besides, I want to get out of here before the spell ends. The last thing I need is
You
to
have
randomly
8
move into
hours.
something
8
else.
hours, you have plenty of time.
8 hours. You're
Mm.
fine.
Oh,
You've got all day. You've
You know,
got more time than what the sun is out for right now, I think.
you guys are like as you guys are just walking, you're seeing all different types of stands that selling from different types of jewelry to items to fabrics.
Hmm.
Um,
what do they got for jewelry?
uh, there is a couple of like really small different types of gemstones. Um, you also have different types of I guess you can say kind of like ornament attachments, more of like earrings or personal attachments to like for your arm or leg, just wherever you're wanting to, uh, whatever you're looking
Mm.
for.
It was like sparklies. Oh no, 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 I must not look. Get too
Well,
excited and stuff. Hmm.
I mean, we got gold. We can spend it. I mean, I don't know what else is
I
cracks
suppose you're not
there.
wrong. I guess it wouldn't hurt to look a little closer.
Anything you guys are looking for in particular, or just
Ah, is there any like, I guess red color gems that kind of resemble blood red?
um, make
Right.
a investigation check.
16 again.
Nice.
Nice roll. My investigation is not as good, so no, that's actually pretty
Mm.
good.
Mm.
Okay, that's better. Fine. This is whenever you say
Get
it's
all the
not
good
good,
rolls out right now. Then we're not gonna have them.
just to get rid of all the
During
nat
combat,
20s.
what'll just be all natural ones.
Mm-hmm.
um, let's see. You do kind of come across one of the uh one of the stores that is just called the Southern Stone. You can see a female orc who um kind of slightly smaller, but still in that bulkish like form that you'd see most orcs in. But
Oh.
she does have a selection, um, kind of like in a little bit of a window, and so more more than able to kind of step in.
So, I know like there's like obviously like vendors and stuff, but there's actually shops too that are more permanent, I suppose.
It just depends. There's a lot of the vendors are selling. Think of it like knickknacks in a sense, like something that would possibly keep them afloat. Um, I can even say probably just
That's my point.
asking around
Yeah.
While this place might also seem like a like a slavery like city because there's slaves and owners, it's also a heavy like trade, and it's not like the special kind of trades of like really high end goods. It's just like a bunch of small mundane things, and it's more people also like trading anything that hopefully will take care of them or feed them for the night. Some trying to do it for a little bit of a hobby or just things that they might have come across. There's some places that have really good things that people seem to constantly look at to either make themselves, you can say like make the masters themselves look more of a lord type, right? With all these riches and jewelry attached. Some who are seeking to just better equip themselves and all different
Fear
types
not
of things.
first, if you will.
So there is vendors, and then there is stores. The stores obviously tend to be more of, I guess you could say, more well kept, as their business has probably done a lot of good.
Huh,
Now that I think about it,
I get.
Arissa's dad did dabble with this jewel stuff too. Man, it's too bad I don't have his opinion on this stuff. I bet he could pick out the reals and the fakes too.
Well,
Meanwhile, Arissa's father, who used to own a jewel shop.
Yeah, that's what she's quoting on. She's like, "Oh yeah, he was into that." She remembers
Yeah,
that.
well,
well,
Yeah.
I
Arissa
mean,
also
maybe
does,
we
but
can get
she's chilling.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we can get everybody a gift or something. I don't know. Like
Larissa, got
maybe
any
a
fours?
I don't know. Maybe we'll all
Arissa's like,
sold to
is this a
people.
5 or a 4?
I
I don't
don't
read
know.
your.
It's not in primordial.
Ah, fuck.
I don't know my numbers in common yet. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Unlucky.
go fish.
I don't actually know the primordial numbers. I don't know if we have them.
Do you have numbers? That's it.
Do we
You should
need?
ask your patron if you have numbers.
Do we have numbers?
Yeah,
Just
Just
a
look
lad.
over at the lantern.
yeah,
Yeah,
you have numbers.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
they're
I know my
just
numbers.
there's they're slightly different. There's like some numbers that seem to almost be like the same type of symbol, but the symbol itself is different. So like imagine like a 7, but except like on top of the line it has like a line also through it too. So some look the same, some don't.
Do you have any of these weird fives where the bottom's completely closed like a whole circle?
What, the 6?
No, no, not a six. It's got like the straight line at the top, but then the bottom's closed. This is the six in primordial.
Why are we playing with primordial cards? I don't
I don't
understand.
know. You didn't have cards.
Of course I don't have cards.
I had to cast creation to make these cards. You didn't ask me to make them in common.
So
Do I win or
anyways,
do I
are
lose?
you guys
Tell me.
going
If
into
I win.
the are you guys going into that shop?
yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna probably. I was like, maybe we just spend all day in the town. That way, maybe they'll actually respect us having us around. Uh, I think we're troublemakers. I guess that's all we're good for.
Well, I mean, I'm good for killing things when they want me to kill something.
Yeah, you and me both. We're just good for killing stuff.
So
Yeah,
you guys walk in and you can see a different styles of gems. You can see some that are slightly bigger than some others, some that are a little bit more of like the smaller end size on a bunch of places, and a very few have already been made into something like a necklace or a ring. Um, but you can see a different array of gems.
Ooh. Okay. Let's. Okay, let's see if we can get everybody at least one. We should get
Okay.
Zoe the smallest one though.
Yeah, definitely. He did try to sell us and lower our price. What a jerk.
We should get
Uh,
him one of those fake gems, like those ones that are actually not real
as
valuable. So when he goes to sell it, it's cheap.
Yeah.
Maybe like
Something not
I
even a
don't
normal person would want. Yeah.
as
like a nose ring.
as you
Yeah.
guys go in and just looking around, you can see uh the female orc who turns around, and she's still definitely a little bit more of a older woman, and you can see she has a little bit of kind of like plates, not necessarily like armor, but just more of decoration type, but just more of plate like structures on her clothing. Um, but you don't get it that she's like a threatening, person, even with um her outfit being a little bit more of the. It's like a definitely mixture of common with a little bit of plate armor. Um, and even her small but still bulky like statue, you don't get like a threatening. Like you feel like she's probably definitely of a gentle nature. Um,
That's nice.
you can see that her
Oh,
brown hair that is kind of like really messy a little bit, not really kept well. Um, and like kind of both of her eyes are definitely uh kind of like a little bit bloodshot, probably not really enough sleep. Um, as she kind of comes in, and she's, oh, hello, thank you for coming to the Southern Stone. Is there anything I can do for you?
Well, we're
uh,
not looking for anything too particular, but this is our first time in the shop.
Oh, is there something you're looking for to getting each other, or a gift
uh,
perhaps?
Yeah, you could say that.
yeah, we have three other friends that we're thinking of getting them something.
Even though they don't fully deserve stuff. But that's besides the point. Something nice, maybe they'll appreciate our uh thoughtfulness at least.
Ah, very well. Is please, you can have a look around, and if you need anything, I can be more than willing to help you all.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
So again, it just depends. At this current moment, like you guys see, like a couple of jewelry that has, and again, extreme. When I say couple, like six at best, that might have like already uh, attached to something like a necklace or a ring or a bracelet. Um, but the rest seems to be more of either uncut or cut stones, um, small or big, more small than big. So
Hmm,
Mm,
interesting.
okay. What are some of the ones that are in necklaces?
there's probably about like two that are in necklaces. One is more of a kind of like a little green like color, and another one is a little bit more of a purple. Uh, not of a darker hue, just more of a brighter purple.
Oh,
But
that's totally ours. That's totally ours. We're totally taking those. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see if there's something for rings. How about rings? They might like rings.
Indeed.
there's like one ring, and it's kind of just of a
Well, they
really,
could fight to the death for it. I mean,
it's like a really dull green.
Hmm.
mm, uh,
Hmm.
excuse me. Uh,
Yes.
I remember her name. Uh, is it possible to get a different gem in the ring at all, or no? Can you just like
I
pop it out, put it,
I
or
mean, yes, I can. It would take some time, and I'm also very sorry. I don't really carry a lot of uh, jewelry in my shop, but I do partner with the store about two stores down. He does a lot of crafting material that you can easily have something forged into.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, for the ring, could we get trying to maybe well, that was palish and silvery. So can we get like a silver? Is there like a silver gem color? I don't. Or
Um,
blue?
I can do blue. Yes. It.
Okay. Can we get a
Are you wanting like a lighter blue or like a darker blue? Uh,
probably lighter?
very well. And what else?
Uh, okay, Rissa is she's human, so maybe something a little pink, light pink, pink.
No, this is just being based on skin colors.
Yes, this is.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean,
She's
Yeah.
doing
and
pretty
then
good for like picking out jewelry. Nakuma's
and
just
then
enjoying looking at all the shinies.
Alex yellow, so we can just do a yellowish orange.
Oh my
Yeah, that would be quite pretty.
Ah,
He
there.
just stares at all the pretty little jewels like, oh, shiny.
god. Yeah, I can say there is a. It's it's kind of like a more of a pearl where it's a little bit of white but a little bit of pink hue. And you can also find
Sure.
a
Let's look at Rissa.
yellow amber ish um gem as well.
There. Yeah. How about we get these three and then the two necklaces?
I think that would do quite nicely. I hope that these guys actually appreciate this stuff. And they think we're all destructive and only good at blowing things up. Nah, we can also be good too.
Maybe we shouldn't have said that in the store with a bunch of breakable jewelry and glass.
She just
Well,
kind of like stares at you guys for a
everybody,
moment, but you guys like
everybody has the chance of being destructive, so really.
Ah,
Does
not
she
in
like
here.
collect
Don't
the
worry.
most valuable item?
Hmm.
do what?
I said, does she grab and collect the most valuable item when she hears it?
A smart person probably would never keep their most valuable item in the
True.
displays.
Yeah, actually, that would be very smart to keep
Smart
it.
person. Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
you're
Yeah. What is this gonna cost us?
you're wanting 3 gemstones, the slight pinkish, the yellow, the one of the necklace that comes with the purple,
Hmm.
and then
The
a
green one too, and then the light blue to be put in the ring.
okay. So let's see.
Wonder Twin powers activate. Shape of
Infinity Stone.
giant gorilla. Nobody probably knows.
I know, I was just in the middle of typing, sorry.
Okay, so she points out that the pearl and the amber would be 100 gold pieces for both of them.
Wow.
That's fine.
The amethyst that comes in the necklace will be 70 gold pieces.
Hmm.
Okay. The blue gem is 10 gold pieces.
That's totally worth what Zoe is to us right now.
Yep.
280.
Maybe less.
The emerald necklace is 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, emeralds are expensive.
I mean, I value our friendship, but I'm not worth
It's only
that much.
100 platinum.
Oh yeah, you're right. The platinum is pretty much worth that. Yeah, less.
It's only 100
We
platinum.
don't we don't have platinum, did we?
Let me look.
I don't think we did.
I don't have
No,
it.
we did not.
I
Said it was
I
worth
have some,
1,000,
but
right? That's 100 platinum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have 100 platinum.
I have 100 platinum. I'm not there.
No, I didn't. Either.
Mm. Okay. Let's see here. I mean, we can get everything else. We don't have to get the necklace.
It's up to you. I sadly don't have enough. I don't think I have enough for that one either. Let's
Hmm.
combine our money.
Uh, I
Uh,
got about 1,100 silver.
yeah, yeah. Well,
I heard 1100. I was expecting gold at the end, and then nope.
Silver.
Oh, sorry, I don't have platinum. I have gold. I was mistaken.
Mm,
I thought it was
well,
platinum.
well, we can all. Well, I can cover this, and then we can take it back over to them. That's 280 gold, I believe.
if math is correct.
Yeah.
Hey, math.
I got this. Hang on. I need a calculator.
Yeah, calculator.
Uh,
So you might.
466 minus.
Big
Okay.
is
Yep,
smart.
I have 108. I have 186 gold left. Gosh, this toddler book is working really well.
Indeed, look how well you're learning. This is awesome. It is good to learn
It
the
only.
movie in this day and age, especially because it's so well useful for things.
Yeah.
So you give that
Gotta
to her,
carry it.
and she kind of pulls out a really nice crafted box. Um, and as she opens it, the inside of it is a nice
Mm.
silk material as she slowly puts and very carefully puts uh, the gems and the necklace that you asked for, kind of closes the box, and as you make the transaction, she then places it on the counter for you, and she's, thank you very much for your patronage. And please, if you have any more that you would like to get, you're more than welcome to come back by.
Alrighty.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I got the box.
As you continue eating it.
Oh, I still have the goat leg in my mouth. We're fine. No worries.
Didn't you buy 2 goat legs?
3.
There you got 2 more strapped to your back, plus the one you're currently eating.
I got one. I got one more strapped to my back. I ate one already.
So,
All that walking makes me hungry.
anything else that you guys are doing?
Yeah, we're making our way back to the others.
Make a
I
move.
think. Making our way down.
Okay.
Gonna
We're
get.
just looking around at people. Probably people
What
watching.
has the people at the docks been doing?
Got any 7s?
It's like, or it says like
The
build like a,
line to the top.
or it says like build like a shack around them, like a dirt shack, and like with like a window out towards like the what's called the bay, so you can look at if our ship is there, and then we just put some stools in there,
Has
just
it
sit
been an
there and play
hour
cards.
yet?
I don't know.
If it's been an hour, I've created a 5-foot cube of potatoes that then just falls to the ground.
It's been around, I'll say, like an hour or so.
I created a 5-foot cube of potatoes. I have no idea when they're coming back, and I did promise Alec could play the smashing potato game.
And he has been just like the amount of games that he has came up with, like he's kind of came up with this version where he'll stick the potato like right on the edge and like kind of take like different weapons every now and then. He'll just try to swing and hit it to see how far it will go.
Like I have my servant. I have my servant throw the potatoes to him.
And then it's like almost coming up with every different type of game, and he is just having fun.
So I have like this knife with like a weird like why does the end go the other way?
I don't know. It's primordial. I just spoke it as a child growing up. I didn't create the language.
Well, I have 3 of those. That's good, right?
You're only supposed to get 4, so you're pretty close. Right? I haven't played Go Fish in a long time in real life. Real life
mean-
Clay doesn't remember the rules.
I mean, we've been busy running and fighting. I don't really have had time to play games
Yeah.
for a while now.
I don't think I've played Go Fish in a millennia in game time.
You know,
but
just
isn't it like 4 weeks ago for you last? Like,
Just-
It's actually been 2 months now that I've
Oh,
been
2
with
months.
you guys.
Is that long already?
to make one last note, what is Akuma and Tay? What is your passive perception?
I'm pretty sure
15.
10.
Okay, as you guys were kind of like getting the box and like kind of loading up your stuff, you notice that she kind of like puts like a little block that's kind of like looks like ice in a way, kind of like on the counter where you guys were kind of like touching a little bit and stuff like that. And as you guys were walking away,
Wiping it off.
you swear you think the blocks move a little bit. And like
Well,
she's not touching it. It's just she's kind of off doing her own thing, and you think the blocks move a little bit. But
Nice.
Lucky.
Sort of.
so back to the ports. Are you guys
So,
doing
yeah.
anything specific?
I mean, I built my shack and we're playing games. I guess.
Okay. So kind of like and like an hour and 30 minutes or so has come by, and Tay Nakuma has came back to you guys.
I have this green necklace that I use as my Pact of the Talisman. It really goes well with my wardrobe, don't you think?
I mean, it looks pretty good.
It has a gold chain with a green gem in the center.
Ah. I mean,
Nice.
I
I've
reckon. I
gotten
reckon.
jewelry.
What?
What?
Who did you? What did you steal jewelry?
No.
You stole
No,
jewelry.
we did not.
Why did you steal jewelry? I told you not to get into
Why
trouble.
would you do that?
We didn't steal it.
Like,
Do
who's
I believe
coming?
them that they
How-
didn't steal it?
Who's coming? How many?
0?
No faith, you guys. No faith.
Inside. 6.
We didn't steal.
They
No,
surprisingly have been on their honest behavior.
Oh, okay.
We even bought you guys stuff. Jeez.
Why did you blame us for it? It was always Alistair that got us in trouble.
Indeed. She
That's
was the
true.
troublemaker.
I mean, that's true. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't deny that. I mean, that's true.
Alright.
We got goat legs and we got jewelry for everybody.
I only count half of a goat leg.
I got hungry.
Oh.
Oh, well, we have a
You want half
potato
goat-
graveyard around here, so you know.
There's mashed potatoes everywhere.
It's kind of almost blending in a little bit because now the sand and the slate of the dirt kind of
Potatoes.
mixed
They'll
in
be
with
here
everything.
for 23 hours more. So, yeah.
Well, we got you guys some stuff.
I mean, you can put it on the table here. Come into our temporary.
Comes in the
Check.
third- Wow, this is creative.
I mean, I got bored.
Who's the idiot that drew the 6 backwards?
I don't know.
That's
That's
primordial. Look at the 9.
It's not a 9.
And there's like a 7 with like a stripe to the top. I don't
It's
know
a
why.
7. Look at the 5. It's basically a 6.
Wow.
So, are you guys doing anything else besides waiting?
We're gonna show them the what we got them. Oh, we got you a pearl. I think it's a pearl. See, it matches your skin complexion.
Who?
Really brings out the skin.
Marissa.
Or is just like looks at their own skin. Oh, wait a minute, and then like desummons it. Ah,
Yeah. Little
yes.
circle.
And then
Um,
we got Zoe a ring.
Hmm.
Pull out the we'll take out the ring. Light blue.
Like my skin.
Yeah.
Orisa looks at the gem and like recognizes that it's really cheap. Doesn't say anything, just looks at it. She just looks at it and like.
So
mm.
compares it to the rest of his wardrobe, not looking at his actual skin tone, and kind of like, it doesn't really match, but I'll wear it for now.
We also got Alec this yellowish orange gem thing. To be honest, I was in charge of picking gems. I just picked off your guys' color. I'm
I mean,
sorry.
technically, it's not really a gem, but sure.
What? What?
That
What?
It's resin.
yeah, it's trees. That one's trees. And
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
it's
one's
not really,
crap.
it's not, it's
either.
not really, it's not really that easy to get by. So it's still worth quite a bit of money, but
A
it's
wrist is
not really a
like a
gem.
deposit of clam poop, right? Basically,
What? No, it's a
What?
baby. Isn't it the baby
pearls.
of a clam? Isn't the
No, it's
baby or
not an
something?
egg. That's SpongeBob. That's not real.
Oh, that's the thing. I forgot about it. Like I remember this weird cartoon that I watched when I was younger.
Yeah, it was a play in the theater.
What was
Ah,
the cartoon?
I remember seeing that. Like for some reason, I never bothered challenging
I
it
think
as I
it's a
got older.
collection of like just minerals and stuff that the clam was unable to filter that just kind of stayed deposited within there.
I mean,
So you're clam shit to me, I guess.
I mean,
I'm the only one who actually got a gem here.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
yeah, it's a gem, but
What is it?
I,
Not a
I
good gem?
I mean, it's a liberal take on a gem.
Oh,
it,
it's like a bad gem.
No,
yeah,
Oh,
no.
it's cheap.
so we're clam crap, tree res,
Cheap.
and cheap
Cheap.
gems to you.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah, that works. I mean, we're just trying to do something nice, and you guys are just being shit. So,
Yeah, well, literally, also the pearl.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Okay.
didn't get one. See, I value myself. Do not give myself clam shit or tree res or a cheap gem.
I don't know how this happened, but how did we turn a nice gesture to something bad?
Indeed.
No.
Wow, you guys are such a jerk.
It's you guys.
Wow.
I mean,
So,
I guess this is how we are to people all the time. So now we just sort of turn on each other.
so
Just don't
Seems like
look at Akuma's necklace. I think you guys might be mad about that.
And look at the Kuma's necklace.
I just looked down at my own necklace, feeling better about myself looking at something I bought.
I mean, it's a really nice necklace that Okuma's got. Decently made.
Mm,
pretty.
I see how it is.
Yeah.
I would say I wasn't choosing favorites, but you know that'd be a lie.
My precious.
So, as you
I
guys,
just, like,
Well,
just stares at the window at like seeing if there's a boat coming.
it's like not even half day yet, and there's still no sign of a boat.
Ah,
So,
crap.
Wow.
unless you guys are doing anything else, as the day kind of goes slowly by and slowly by,
go check it out into the water.
I just expand our shack to make it even bigger.
um,
I
when
make
it
a sand castle
Wait,
because I'm bored.
Anyone got backward sixes?
it does
No.
You know
get
what?
to
I'll recast create, and this time the cards have like shapes of animals on them.
You got a goat?
No, I only
He
have.
holds
I
up
only,
like the last little like the end of the goat leg and just goes, "I have a goat leg." Right?
I
I
have
got
a goat. I have a goat if you have a pile of
That's an
pile of
ooze.
rocks. Oh,
Ooze, I think.
oh, it looks like a pile of rocks. You
um,
said it was
I have-
animals. That's not an animal.
as
Isn't it?
as you guys are getting to the sunset portion of this, you can start to see in the distance, kind of like in the process of pulling into this giant bay area, a very familiar ship.
Hey,
Anybody got naked pigeons?
what?
Well, it says it's a hairless bird.
Birds don't have hair.
Feathers.
What the hell is this then?
Those are feathers. Like you know, when you fly on an eagle, they have feathers, right? You know, there's the
Feathers.
I think this is past.
naked chick.
I tried to imagine a bird with hair instead of feathers, and
Okay,
it
I'll
did not
go
look well in my
chicken.
head. I imagined like taking like a rotisserie chicken and just putting hair onto that.
Oh no.
Oh my
Going
goodness.
nightmare.
Okay, so
It's like seeing the boats pull in and like in our expanded. I guess it's like sort of like a small house at this point.
I mean, every now and then you did get like a guard, or the one of the tiger humanoids has like came by and like seeing what's happening, and it's just like
They're like, why is this random house here?
like
now?"
as you guys kind of like explain every single time who you guys are, they're kind of like,
Yeah.
and it's just like shake their heads and walk away, like they just don't feel like dealing with this.
The water
good.
people.
Absolute idiots.
Does
guess
anybody got a
we're just-
scaly cat?
What?
We're done playing. I got a nap.
No, it's like I seriously what? I've never seen that card. How come I've never had it?
I mean, this one has a fish with fur on it.
So,
I find-
what the fuck is
I
with
got
you and
fine
your
fish.
people? It's like you have weird numbers. Your animals all fucked up. It's like you literally took like
Why?
you took a children's book. You looked at the animals and you were like, mix them together.
You've never been to the airplane.
No, and I don't think I want to.
There's snakes, and I hold up a card with a snake on it. There's
Ah,
snakes on the airplane.
Why are there snakes out of all creatures? I fucking had it with these snakes.
Oh,
So, what are you guys doing?
I'm
Boats.
throwing away these crappy cards.
They'll dissolve in like 22 hours.
Why does
Let's
this
give
egg?
them to these.
Why does this egg have legs? What is going on with these cards?
I just send a message as they're busy like talking more about the cards. I'll send a message to the captain. We're waiting around here for like a day. We didn't know how far you were, but we're waiting around for a day for the people to confirm that they're not getting killed by water.
Thought it was to confirm that they were getting killed by. Oh, I couldn't hear you anyways, could I?
You could, unless you were like arguing at a too high
Volume.
volume. I was just sitting like sort of staring out the window.
You just get a reply, and he's just, yeah, that's fine. We're just now kind of pulling in. It'll be just a couple more minutes until we get sort of close.
Why
So
does
it was
this
just
bear
like,
have
it was just
gills?
like, why not? I mean, why the fuck not? Sends another message like, yeah, do you see that little house that wasn't there before? That's where we're hanging out right now.
Dirt house.
Invite him
Can
to
you?
join us.
I don't think I would want to. I don't think you would want to
I
play
d-
with these
I-
cards.
I don't really
I gotta-
see a house, but I'm going to assume that you're correct. It's just like,
You rolled
okay,
bad.
he did.
Fucking useless.
Anybody got bears with gills?
Those aren't gills. Those are very small wings.
I gave up on the airplane.
I just take like one of the cards into the window thing and I put the light spell on it so it like lights up the room a bit. It's getting dark here.
It is.
Oh, I can see perfectly fine.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
Everyone else could.
I'm the only one who can't see shit. We've established this like a while ago. I wonder if they found the water yet. I'm just gonna send a message to
You know it's fun.
the
sometimes when
fancy
we're in
tiger.
dark-
Look at sorry, what was the fancy tiger's name again? I forgot already.
Spear Edge.
Yes.
Okay. I sent a message to Spear. I was like, so did you have any report from your scouts yet about the water?
Unfortunately, I have not heard anything yet.
They
If
probably
it is
have.
close to the direction that you gave us, they should be pretty close. Hopefully, I'll be hearing something here soon.
Just like sends another message. All right, I think your fellow people have seen us in our little house near the water's edge, so that's where we are at the moment.
I have been made aware of where you're at. Thank you.
So I just look at everyone. So do you want an addition to our house?
Yeah, I think it needs a pool.
What's a pool? Like,
You think
I
just
can
like
make
a
a
pool of
5-foot
water?
sort of jacuzzi tub if someone has a way of heating it.
as
I can't.
as the night
can't
kind of
do it.
takes over,
It's too big.
you guys do start to notice, kind of like closer to the town, where once again that same familiar trail, and as little bits of light start to light up in that building that was kind of like a tannish, typical clay-like building, uh, all day, as it slowly makes its transition once night hits into this uh, ongoing thing.
We should go to that building. It looks so cool at night.
We could go clubbing.
We
We're
barely
all
see
wise
we're
enough
in the
to not
dark.
be killed by some demons, right?
Does that mean we go kill some demons, or does that mean something else?
No, clubbing is like
You
uh
brutally hit someone in the head with a club?
No, I don't think it is. Wait, what is
Yes, it is.
clubbing?
I
Yes,
There,
like
it is.
that much better than what I
there.
was
I can
thinking.
also say this. There, Arissa, you would know of one. Everybody else, I would also say Zoe. Probably with your time, you should know as one as well. But for Akuma, Alec, and Tay, like you guys wouldn't. There was not a type of club, as these clubs tend to be more sparse, and it really has to fit the general area to go well. So with Arissa, who's probably done a lot of work in Sariko, uh, it definitely fits that type of area to have a building that establishes uh, types of dances, man, women, different
A gentleman's
races.
club.
Yeah. So
I mean, I avoided like Chris says, like I avoided those clubs because it's kind of like, how do I put this lightly? Women are being used and they're objectified, and I'm a woman, so
Oh,
not really the best place to be unless you want to be touched by a lot of creepy men.
what?
So,
I didn't really go clubbing either, but
I mean, we
I
can't we
feel
just
like I was
disguise ourselves
busy,
as
but I
guys?
don't remember really doing anything that would have made me busy.
But you're a
If that
man.
makes sense.
Like you're a man. Like when
Also,
you go there, it's like it's a club for you, not.
though
well, true.
yours is definitely different.
Yeah.
Isn't
Maybe if
it?
we
What is yours?
disguise ourselves as guys,
So
it would go
your
well.
from what you maybe remember, um, it it
yeah, the screwed
it
up
does
number
kind of
system is
think
pretty
of it.
bad.
It kind of does resemble like of a gentleman's club, but the ideal and premise of this is slightly different. Um, yours is kind of like more of showing off abilities, not of like how combat or stuff, but how can you incorporate like air into a performance. So
Hmm. Well, I guess I
Well,
stand corrected. I
I mean,
mean,
I got a
you know,
goat
there's.
bone, so if we can, we got an
I mean, even
advantage
if
when
you
it
look
comes
like,
to this
even if you
clubbing.
look like different people, they're magical creatures. I'm quite sure at least some of them can see through it.
Oh. Mm.
I mean, you can go if you want to. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you.
Okay, everybody, make
Not
sure
bad
I got
prediction.
three. We got three goat. We got three goat leg bones. So if you're good at swinging, then we should be able to do this, right?
Still don't think it's enough
Notice.
people with bones or sticks for that
Okay, so
matter.
well, what so means with clubbing doesn't mean to actually hit people with it. It means that you go to a place that is referred to as a club, and you hang out there and you drink and you have a good time, and then you get drunk and then you leave. You find some food in the middle of the night, and then you have like hangover food, and then you wake up somewhere don't knowing where the fuck you were last night.
Hangover?
I mean, I've seen a lot of like people like out in the streets the morning after, especially on like non-working days,
Hmm.
which is Sunday, I think only. I don't know. Is there Sunday here? I forgot
There's
the
two.
days. Yeah.
right
There's
now it
two
is
weekends in a week.
technically like it's like a
Oh,
Tuesday.
that would suck. 2 Sundays.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
today's like
probably
the Tuesday.
we missed.
Tuesday
Today's like
win.
the day that everyone feels miserable because it's like like Monday you start the work week and you're like, ugh. But then Tuesday you're just like, Yesterday was Monday,
Basically,
and
there's 2 work weeks in a week on the calendar system.
I think
You
we
work
have it
Monday,
where
then have
it's
a day
like
off, and
there's 2 Mondays and it's like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Thursday,
probably like
Friday.
yeah, and then it's like a 3 to 4 day weekend. So it's weird,
Oh
but
God,
at the
no
same time
wonder,
it
no
works.
wonder Lily just, no wonder Lily became evil. There was 2 Mondays.
so what about second Monday?
Second one,
It's
yeah.
just as hell, if not worse. It's like the day legitly continues where it left off.
Oh, okay. No.
Oh
I mean,
God,
well,
it's second Monday tomorrow.
So, anyways, what are you guys doing? Are you
So I
st-
mean,
We
the
can
club
go
could be
clubbing.
vested.
are you guys staying? Are you guys going to the boat? Are you guys going to the town? Are you guys like going to go get lost? What are you guys doing?
Let's go clubbing. I mean, it can't be that bad, right?
Indeed. If it is bad, we can always just like burn it down, I guess. Wait, can
no,
That
it's like it's only gonna
doesn't
be
matter.
worse if you burn down.
We probably shouldn't burn it down. Just
So if you're that curious to experience club, we can go. Just don't do anything extremely stupid.
Okay, well, what do you take me for, an idiot? I've made good decisions too. I mean, we just gave you guys a bunch of gifts. Isn't that nice? Isn't that a good thing?
Yes, it's a very nice thing to do.
I mean, at least we didn't give you birch or clam shit. So
Yes, I'm the
No,
only one who got an actual gym, and that makes me slightly happy. But the fact that it's so much cheap is still there.
well,
still thinks a little bit.
Well, maybe next time we'll don't get anything. Have it
well, I
have it
mean,
your own way.
the clam shit's worth more than your gem. So
That's true.
Yeah, it's very
well,
expensive.
Well, I can cast magic to this gem, to this clam shit. That's fun.
You know, it was worth even more than the clam poop, probably. That giant thing of water that I bought for us all.
oh, I was looking at one for myself
I
too.
mean, soon water will be worth nothing here anymore.
I know.
Oh, we should sell water before we get a chance for that water to come in.
Give me
Yeah.
1 second.
Huh?
I go inside my lantern and I come back out with 4 things of water and I say, if you want to sell them, Tay, you're more than welcome.
Looks at the none of the people out on the street. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I can't see. Are there people on the street? I can't see them.
Around this,
Holds up the car.
it's
Holds up the
like
card of light.
yeah, the people are definitely starting to get sparse.
Yeah,
I mean, do you
Hey,
want to
so,
go check
you know
out
these-
the club of totally
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
yeah,
succubuses and incubuses and all the bad stuff?
yeah,
I'll set down the 4
I think
pots
magic
on the
was
ground and I'll
cool.
be like, boy, I sure hope no one steals this water. Yelling it out the window.
Okay.
oh my,
But why? I don't get it.
Why?
We don't need them anymore.
Whatever.
And if someone's going to steal it, they probably need it.
Just put it outside
It's
the door
water.
then. Just put it outside the door then, so they don't steal our cards.
Yeah,
If someone wants to steal these cards that have like 19 hours left on them, I really hope no one steals them.
that would be a sad
I
thing
set
to
the
have.
cards and the water outside the door.
Fuck it, let's
What
go
about
to
the
the fucking.
potatoes?
I don't care. Let's go to the
Yeah.
club.
Let's
If
Let's
go.
go
someone
to
wants
the
to
club.
steal this house, that'll probably crumble to
Come
dust
on,
tomorrow.
come on,
Okay.
move.
So
This is
you guys start your way following the same familiar path that you guys took once to find hopefully a clue for the temple, led you back up to the top of the hill that oversees pretty much this entire city. Um, the black, definitely like a two-story building, uh, banners, lights. Um, there's not at when you guys go. There's not like that necessarily many people in front of you. Uh, probably about like 3 to 4 different people. Uh, and you can see like the two uh, guards that are kind of like up front, just receiving payment as people are being let in. Um, as you
Okay.
guys slowly get up there, you can see the two guards. They appear to be of orc nature, as they're just standing there. They're not like dressed savagely. They're in a sense kind of like professionally dressed. Like if you ever seen an orc professionally dressed, now's the time.
Suit and
Um,
tie.
uh, but not necessarily suit and tie, but it's just more of nice clothings to try to give off a good vibe. Um, as you guys approach, and they're just, is all of you all going in? I would assume you all still undercover as orcs, right?
I thought we were going in looking like normal. I didn't cast seeming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Because
still
Thought we
look like an
were.
orc.
I
it's
thought something was mentioned about them probably seeing through magical illusions anyway, or
Yeah,
something.
I still look like an orc.
Tay and Akuma still look like orcs because I haven't released their spell.
Okay.
We
Could
still
Oh,
disguise
we
look
can
like
self.
anyways.
we can drop it though. We're,
I can drop it. You
uh,
can.
No, Kuma's like, I'm fine
oh,
with this looks fine. We just go
I'll
in.
disguise self to look like an orc as well, and then look over at Alec. We're good.
I okay. So you guys did that before going up there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, I never dropped being an orc essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, are you all going in?
Yeah.
All right. That's about 10 gold apiece.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
All right. You all kind of pay an entry fee, and um, they ask, "Have you ever been here before?"
No.
No.
Keep in mind, the next room you get to, you can place your weapons there. No funny business, no magic, no disturbing the guest.
Okay.
All right. And they both kind of just step aside, and one kind of opens up the door, and it's just like in a sense, holding the door to usher you guys in. And um, as you guys kind of like start to step in, once the door was open, you can already hear like sounds of music coming in. And it's like you didn't hear anything when the doors were closed, but the second it was open, you could start to hear some like sound. And so as you guys walk in, are you setting down your weapons that you guys
Yeah.
have on you?
And the goat bones, goat leg bones.
There's like, depending on the type of weapon that you use, there is a holder for each. Like if you have like a really big weapon like a great sword or a great axe, like boom, there you go. If you have more smaller like weapons, like boom, there you go.
Like
Different heights.
crossbow, sickle,
Like
dagger,
it's
stuff like that.
actually decently organized in a way that uh, you like. There's no way you can get any of these mixed up.
Why do I have two?
Okay. I got my great axe, my 6 hand axes, and my 3 goat leg bones.
Okay, good for you.
Where did I get a second dagger? Does anyone know?
I don't
I
know where you
think you
keep
took
your
it from a
daggers.
dead guy.
No clue.
Did I?
But
You might have killed somebody and took it.
as you guys
Yeah, this
decide
one
to
goes down.
proceed, going through the next door as you kind of start to push it open, um, you guys are definitely greeted with a very lively, uh, almost like a party. Where you guys first come out, it's kind of like you're looking down a little bit, and there is a couple of seats, almost picture like a stadium. But every now and then there's like tables with chairs all around them that has a little bit not like private, but it's just a little bit tucked away in a bunch of places. Um, Up top with you guys, kind of like to the left and to the right, is kind of like a staircase that goes down, and you guys are kind of like on a balcony looking over. Um, you can start
Oh.
to see areas where there is like a bar and a couple of places to allow easier accessibility to, depending on what side you pick. There is a couple of you could definitely see tieflings that some both male and female are like in almost provocative like clothings, um, but they were like passing out drinks to certain tables to people in stands. You can see about like 2 to 3 kind of like lower down chains that people are dancing in, and one is actually kind of like dancing on the chains as it's hanging, like kind of like open the gate and kind of like is playing on the chains. And there is like about 2 to 3 different small stages uh, where you can see like a tiefling male, a strangely but very elegant hobgoblin who's going to town, and the kind of like the central stage is kind of empty at the moment. The
Hmm.
the lighting in here is kind of like giving off a bright, uh, when I mean bright, like almost like a definitely a white faded reddish color, a little mix of purple here and there, a little bit of green here and there. It's just it's a party. Like Akuma and Tay and Alec, like this is definitely hugely new to this.
I like
So
what that hobgoblin's doing.
this is definitely different, but it's already like off on a good start just of how it's trying to present itself to people. So where do you guys go? There's, like I said, you can, if you really want, there's kind of like a top section of kind of more of just think of like bleachers in a way. And then there's like a couple of tables down a little bit further below.
Do we get like a table for 5, or
If that's what you guys want, yeah.
I was asking Orissa.
I mean, sure, if you want to stick together.
Probably a good idea.
Do I ask a waitress?
Where
I
you
don't know.
guys
I think
where you guys are at, there's like, and again, it's kind of like imagine like you guys stepped into the hallway, except the wall is a balcony that you can see out into this area, and the 2 staircases to the left or right.
Wow.
I just look around for like an
We
empty
just go sit
table.
at a table?
It
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
about
yeah.
like 2 to 3 different empty tables. There's some that have like about 2 people. There's one that has like a bunch of kind of like the were tigers or the tiger humanoids that are kind of at there. There's some that has like a couple of orcs. There's It's almost like there's not as many people in here, but it's slowly building up.
Let's just
In
go
a
sit
Tuesday
at the table.
evening, you wouldn't expect it to be
The
that
table's
busy.
fine.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
just go sit. The thing is here that you sort of give it an air of confidence to a degree, so you don't get, singled
I
out.
can give off an air.
So,
I just pretend I didn't hear it.
do you at this current
Can we
moment,
throw him out the
do you
window?
guys want to go in front of the male tiefling or the female hobgoblin who's dancing? Both are dancing.
Hobgoblin's kind of going at it, but we can go for the tiefling instead if you'd prefer.
I honestly don't care.
The
Whatever
tiefling,
you.
the tiefling is giving an okay performance, but like the hobgoblin's,
Hobgoblin's performance
she's starting to be like on fire.
I don't know
I mean,
how
that's-
I'm so good at judging performances, but that performance looks really good to me.
I mean, the tiefling is
Let's,
looking kind of disappointing. So I mean, relatively, right? We're
let's
dealing
go.
with.
Yeah, let's go with the hobgoblin.
Let's go with quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could also sit in front of the Cinto one, right, and just wait for whatever the next one is.
Do you really want to wait, Tom? I mean, what if no?
Maybe this is good. Let's go sit in front of the current show. We can see the center stage from there as well, so it's no worry.
Okay.
That's good.
So you guys kind of make your way over there, and again, like you have the 2 stages on the sides, and the one that's slightly pushed a little bit ahead at the center stage where nobody's there at, and then it's kind of like, and again, imagine like a stadium of rows and seats, but every now and then place the rows out with like tables and stuff like that. But easy enough. You guys kind of go to the right hand side, going down, passing a couple of other orcs who kind of like acknowledge you guys and kind of go back to just talking whatever they were talking about. You guys go down a little bit further, kind of like 2 tables over, sit down, and chairs themselves are actually very nice decorated. You have more of a greenish type of silk that's decorating them. The tables themselves have a nice cloth over it. Like it's a very well kept, uh, kind of from the way you guys seen this entire time. This definitely is a very well kept building with all of its materials. Uh, as you guys kind of sit down and wait a moment, there is a male tiefling who kind of like comes over and offers to grab any of you guys as a drink and if anything else. Uh, hello. My name is Rye. Is there anything I can get you all?
What do you can have?
We have all different kinds. If you want your stronger type of alcohol, we can provide that. If you want to enjoy and be a little bit easygoing throughout the nights, we have a couple of options there. If you're looking for uh, entertainment wise, we can offer with a little bit of selections.
Would the original know about like? Would they make like a cactus cider or something in this place?
uh, mm, they would make they have like a really good decent amount of kind of looking at the bar. There is a well decent stocked of different types of alcohol, whether it's wine to strong, clear or dark liquids. So they could probably do it.
I mean, think or it's just like, yeah, I can take a cider. Start the day easy or night.
Something light, maybe a little sweet.
Okay.
That's what ciders tend to be.
Oh,
And kind of looks both at the uh, Zoe and Tay, who's dressed up still.
Uh,
You first.
Something strong?
Very well.
I'd like something that can make me forget failed ambitions, regrets, shortcomings, things like that.
I
Wow,
have
you're gonna do something really
I have
strong.
something exactly what you were probably asking for. Okay. Is anything else that you guys would like?
Maybe some food, as we've just been sitting out all day, not eating.
We
Speak for
can
yourself.
definitely make a meal for you all. Anything particular or just the basic?
ooh, a
Every
nice
choice, I
steak would
guess.
be nice. Steak.
I can do that. Nothing up. And he just kind of does a little bow and kind of heads off into a back room and starts giving out orders.
Ooh, this is just like a
Nothing
restaurant.
for you, Alec?
Do what?
You have to. Said nothing for you, Alec?
Alex just like looking and he's just like, it's very interesting. I'll
When
give
he's
it that.
designated driver, that's
He's just like, I'm just going to sit back and watch.
Alex, the designated driver. He takes all our car keys at the start of the party.
He also has our phones.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess in this case it's kind of like, all right, give me all like arcane focuses.
Here's my lantern.
Anything that aggravate like not aggravate anything that activates like what you do, like I need to be holding it.
Okay, I got
I'll
my
give up my necklace.
I got a tinder box, I got some torches.
No, I don't
Do you
need
want to
no, I don't need any of that. Just
I've got a couple of empty potion bottles. You want those?
how about you just sit
I
back and
mean,
relax, Tay?
Oh, here's my
uh,
beads of force. Would you like these
And he just quickly snatches and he's like,
before I get drunk?
um,
And my
well,
kid too. That's
I
probably
thought we
also
were supposed to
bad.
give you everything that we could use to kill somebody with.
Oh my god.
Tay, no, what? No.
Well, in that
You
case,
left,
you
you
should
left,
take the potion bottles.
you left everything at the door. How?
Anyways, so kind of like over a little bit of time, the drinks are brought out to you all. Um, for both uh, Akuma and Orissa. Orissa, yours it's kind of like what you asked, has like a little orangey like color to it. Um, Akuma, yours has a kind of like a little bit of bluish pinkish color in your drink. Tay, uh, yours is a more of a kind of like a light purple ish, and
Ooh.
Zoe, yours is like
Blair.
yours is red, like almost like blood red. Uh, and it has like a couple of different, I guess you can call it decorations with it. And he's just as he hands it, he's like, that might be a little bit spicy, but once you kind of get used to it, and he kind of looks at like some of you, and he's like, there was almost no way of stopping of how much you would order. So I will be back to make sure your food is being prepared, as he kind of suggests towards you, Akuma. Um, and it's, if you need anything, please just raise your hand, and somebody will get to you very shortly. Thank you. And kind of steps away, and uh, probably like within about 5 to 10 minutes, some of the dancers switch out, and different people come on stage. Uh, but it's very nice. You can even see where the Oryx are apparently having a personal entertainment as somebody's on their table dancing. Um,
Who's drinking first?
Lose a dice.
okay. So, anything particular you guys doing?
I think I was just observing and like seeing if there's like a sort of a place where people like where there's like when like individuals go to someone to see if there's an important person there, so see if there's people like going to the same place all the time to see who the most important person in the room is.
At this current moment, there doesn't. Go ahead and make a perception check. And at the same time as you all start to drink, everybody make a Constitution check.
What against the side eh?
Just do it anyway.
No, I mean drinking. I mean I can 8, but I'm drinking a fucking cider. It's
Aged
like
sizer.
Well, it's fine. I'm
Is it
happily fine.
is it a Constitution
Nat
save?
20.
Yeah,
it's like
you can do.
it's physically impossible to get drunk from a cider.
Pretty, well, I mean, unless you're like
25.
someone who's never had a
Okay.
drink.
Even if you've never drunk alcohol in your life, a cider holds not enough unless you drink a lot of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's why, like, if you order that one, sure.
No, I was explaining it to.
Uh, but yeah, Arissa, yours tastes like, uh, definitely quenching your
Quench you.
thirst. Akuma, yours is kind of like mixed berries with a little bit of like alcohol, but it's very very fruity.
Rude.
um okay. So, man, you're already starting to get like a really good headache going. And
Another.
uh
Ordering the next one.
Tay, yours definitely tastes pretty good. So you guys are so far chugging along. Um, and then of course after a little bit, uh, Zoe, you do come out with another one. Like nobody had to even come to your table. The fact that you yelled out another with your hand pointed, it's like somebody was always watching. And here is a same type of drink as you get. Your food is brought out, Akuma, so you can start to eat. Um, but
I'll take
everything
another.
Okay. Yours is also brought out. Um, as you guys are just relaxing and kind of watching, enjoying the night, kind of as it goes. There's not as many people. Still, there's from. It almost seems like this is a relatively slow night, but as you also with your a perception, you don't see anybody that seems to be uh, particularly important. Um, it's just like a common group of people who are either just getting wasted or just like chatting, and it's almost like they're here to talk, but just everything is background noise. It's just like they're just here for a good environment. Um, okay, man. As your plate was set down and you kind of like start to eat, you notice kind of like slightly underneath your plate is like a slate of a letter poking
Letter. Hmm. I guess I kind of pull it out, just like.
out. On
Oh,
on the letter, it asks it says just ask for SVIP.
hmm.
So
Know what that means?
uh, as the nights continuously going, anybody doing anything or wanting to do anything?
Uh,
Well, my drink tastes really good, so I'm gonna keep drinking it.
You
Okay.
know when you have like a person that has like a drink, but they like during the entire evening they've literally drank like tiny bit of it. Like that's always I always just like literally drunk like a tiny bit the entire evening.
uh,
Has like 5 empty glasses in front of him and is currently drinking another.
we'll say this. Zoe, go ahead and make
I'm
one.
racing, so.
Zoe, make one more, or both of you, go ahead and make one more con save.
everyone gets drunk.
7, 11.
Hey, I got
Okay.
an 11.
Yeah, if you're both racing, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that Zoe's already had 5, just with
Yeah,
that.
I wasn't racing. I was just drinking to forget.
Oh, I know you were drinking to forget, but if Tay is like racing to keep up, like both of you are like you're in that stage. This is particularly Zoe. Tay, you're almost there. This is that stage where your mind has already blacked out, and you're just your body is just going with the flow of whatever's happening.
That's funny. Hmm.
So like
Hey, so.
Zoe is kind of like every now and then like passed out, and he just like wakes up and he just like starts to chug a drink or like starts to just like yell out like woo and like celebrate. And there's some people who kind of like nod their head like hell yeah, like, somebody's getting is like I'll have what he's having.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So
I'm just watching the chaos unfold in front of me.
it's quite hilarious.
Yeah. It's like if only I had an actual voice I could record this moment.
You record it in your mind,
Yeah.
then you can cast major image later and play it back.
That's weird.
So, like it's just like this like has like a napkin and like sits and draws the sort of like a rough sketch of how Zoe is sitting there.
I think my camera broke or
Oh yeah. Hey, that's actually perfect how it is.
Oh no, lucky.
So,
Oh, no.
I mean, it would fit. He's blackout drunk now.
That is true.
Um,
Ow.
anybody doing anything else?
I'm gonna walk away from the table for a little bit.
Okay.
Just go check something.
All right. So you kind of walk out. Like, are you
Too busy sketching.
walking
So
upstairs or downstairs? I mean, you can kind of go wherever.
One of- I suppose to one of the staff that isn't too terribly far away.
Yeah.
I know they usually see, but
Kind of like as you kind of get to the staircase, there's kind of like one who's in between a little bit of a wall, who's just like standing there waiting to be told or asked of something.
excuse me, I got this little card thingy. Says it SVP?
Yes, are you? And kind of like has her hand out to take the card.
Here. I
Takes. kind of looks at it and just, oh, are you wanting to use this?
I'm not really quite sure what it is.
It's
Never got one before.
uh it's more for honorary guests.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Hmm.
But it is up to you if you want to use it now or if you want to possibly hold on to it. But I believe they only last for the night.
Ah, well, then I'll use it now. Since this is my first time here, I'd like to see what it's like.
Very well. Uh, please come this way. And kind of starts to walk you downstairs. And kind of like holds the door open, allowing you to go in and kind of shuts the door. Please, if you'll take the staircase to your right, and you can see it kind of like starts to go upstairs. And so as you take it, and it's kind of like a few, probably about like four, four flights, right? No, one, two. In a sense, if you do it one, like 1, 2, 3, 4, uh, you kind of get to where there's like two people like almost like guards who are kind of like standing there as she leads you up there and just like here you may enter through this door if you would like, and if you need anything or if you care to leave, I can be here, or you can gently walk down these steps and back out to your left.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, and please enjoy. And kind of like steps to the side, and the two guards kind of like stare at you for a moment and open the door. Uh,
Hmm.
and as you kind of walk in, this is a very low lit room. And as the door is shut, um, you do. Thank you. It's kind of like an a very cozy like office like room. And you kind of like as you're looking around, you can just hear like in your mind, it's just, if you want, you can drop the disguise, or I can drop it for you. It's up to you. It's more funner.
Words. I suppose you can if you want. I really don't know why you'd want to do that.
And you can see kind of like stepping out from like a little bit of the shadowy like corner, and it's just a kind of like another tiefling whose skin is like a little bit of a pinkish like color, with a chestnut like brown hair, almost like halfway down her body. Um, you can see her horns kind of go more upwards, where they kind of like starting with purple, or sorry, starting with like pink to purple to black as they get to more of the tip, and she kind of has like a little bit more of a yellow like eyes. You can see the outfit she's wearing is like a dress that start to really show off a little bit more of her features. Um, as she kind of slowly walks over to you, and she does so in like a very elegant like manner, and just kind of like barely takes her hand underneath your chin, and it's like as she does, the spell kind of like uh goes off, and you come into your like tiefling form. She's see, why would you want to hide such this beauty?
Well, there was this weird guy called the Collector, and he was a little
Oh, him.
short-sighted.
And kind of goes to sit like on her desk a little bit, and she's, yeah, he's something, isn't he? Kind of.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys bother dealing with him, even if he does have good business. It's a little weird.
Well, some people you have to deal with if you want to keep good business. It's the dark side to some of these things, but as you can see, I offer different things than he does, and you know, tit for tat.
Hmm. Well, this is definitely a very nice establishment here. Are you the person that runs it?
Oh, yes. You can call me Pyra.
Ah,
I've been running it for a little bit now and honing the skills and people who need a bit of relaxations. Well, yes, and kind of perks herself up a little bit off of her desk, and it's just yes, I do own, in a sense, slaves, but they do it for enjoyment, not for mediocre like task. Like the collector, and kind of rolls her eyes a little bit. No, I do it for happiness, for people who just want to make good money and, well, not to be bothered by much.
hmm.
But thank you for liking my establishment. It makes it very worthwhile to constantly hear that somebody's enjoying their stay, especially for a first timer.
Ah, yes. Never been to one of these before. Just one of those things when you're constantly traveling around and don't have time to, well, do anything like this.
So, what brings you here, Vessel? I mean, what is your name?
Uh, you can just call me A. I don't really know you.
That's fine. A. What brings you here?
Oh, some kind of trinket we were just taking back from the mainland. You
Okay.
know.
I I think you're one of the people, if I'm not mistaken, said something about the water coming.
Yeah, I know you all think it's kind of crazy, but it is still something to be warned about.
Oh no. I believe you. And kind of like steps off her desk a little bit and uh I assume you kind of like was still kind of like standing there.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
just walking her.
Yeah, she kind of like gets off a little bit and kind of like walks over and like kind of very gently like her finger kind of rubs across your face and it's just, "Oh, I believe you." And I I know a little bit a thing or two about what's coming. That's why I built my establishment up here. Ain't to be touched.
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good point you got there. That would work. However, if the entire town is wiped out, that wouldn't really help your business.
Well, no, it wouldn't. But uh, you guys, in a sense, giving the uh, da da da, I had a name. Da da da. Okay, you guys giving the Ravengers the heads up. They will more than likely make sure everybody's evacuated, and we'll rebuild. I'll make sure people, homes can, businesses can get back to going, which then will eventually get mine back to going.
Hmm.
Kind of turns back around to face you, and you can see it's like the window, kind of like a slight more of looking downwards at an angle. Um, but she kind of just walks back and is like, "Please, you can have a seat if you like."
Oh, sure.
Um, and you kind of like go to like sit in the chair, and it's almost like you can kind of like melt into the chair a little bit.
Oh, this is a
Uh,
nice chair.
she goes back to kind of like sitting on her desk, and she's like kind of like once again really giving off a more um, like provocative like style, uh, but still just keeping her eyes fixated on you a little bit. And she's just, so what are you going to do after all of this?
Well, it's really hard to say. My group usually goes places, and I usually just, you know, go with them. We might most likely head back to the mainland. So,
I see.
we have a lot of stuff to take care of. You know, one of those long ass lists never stops.
Well, thank you for coming up here to just talk with me. I hate to disturb your one night here, uh, just talking to little old me. But yeah, I mean, if you're more than welcome, you can head back. I was just wanting to introduce myself to you and to let you know you're okay here. There's no need to hide here.
Oh,
In a sense, in a pretty much run Earthscar. While yes, the scavengers do come and go here, I am the one who mostly takes care of business through the city, of course.
hmm. Well, that is actually good to know then. Well, it was definitely nice meeting you. Well, and thanks for inviting me to, well, talk with you here. It's nice to actually talk to some fellow tieflings. It's been forever. Not many where I come from.
Oh, where'd you come from? If you don't
Eh,
mind me asking.
well, if I knew how to answer that, I would definitely tell you. But even I don't know my my own backstory. Kind of boring. Oh well.
It's not as boring as you think, but
You must know something I don't know then.
well, it's up to you. If you want to stay, I can enlighten you.
Hmm, actually, that'd be great. I mean, if you've got information that would help me out, that'd be, well, very helpful.
And she kind of like sits up a little bit and kind of more of like sits like right in front of you, and you can see it's almost like it's like she's trying to in well, in just a plain terms, it's almost like she's trying to just see what you like in terms of uh like if you're like into males or females. It's like she's trying to just see if you are slowly intrigued in what she's just constantly showing off to you.
Uh,
uh but she
like
just
a,
kind of sits in front of you, and she's just, well, I can tell you a little bit, but we'll see how far this conversation goes. So I happen to know exactly who you are. Well, not you particular. And she kind of puts her hand almost like she's about to like touch your body, but kind of like stops for a second. She's just, may I?
oh, go ahead. Oh,
Always ask before you touch anybody. And kind of like slowly rubs her hand all across your tattoo of the snake as it kind of goes around. And she's just slowly goes to places that she can see. And she's, you are what known as the vessel.
hmm. Well, that's a new word.
Some of us knows it, but not everybody. Only well-informed individuals like myself who happens to know this particular symbol. I know where you need to go, as in far of where your home is at, that you don't quite remember.
No. Kind of like a memory wipe. Joys.
But it's okay. I can tell you
Oh,
information for a deal.
oh,
And it's something that you don't even have to pay.
interesting. Those are interesting terms. Well, do explain.
Okay. Well, I can tell you everything that I am aware of, from what you're looking for, who you're looking for, and kind of just a little bit about you.
Hmm,
In terms, I just need to make a pact, a deal, a print, which would be taken care of something further down the road that, once again, has nothing to do with you. It's not stealing your soul, or kind of like goes into like almost like she's bored, like she's like describing this, like not stealing
boring
your
thing.
soul, not stealing your humanity. No, no. just a deal with somebody else.
So what you're trying to say is like it's a deal with me, but it's technically just through me to someone else.
Yes, you're like the middleman.
Oh, well, that definitely makes a lot of sense to things.
But again, it is up to you. I don't want to pressure you into doing something you do or do not want to do. It's just an offer. I have a decent amount of information about a lot of things, like what you guys were returning. Not that many
Hmm,
people know that. But information is very costly, and this is my price. If
I
you
understand that.
if you want to know what you're looking for and who you're looking for, I'm willing to deliver.
Hmm. Well, it's definitely not a bad offer. I suppose you're wanting to commune with the entity that looks like my tattoo?
You could say that. Yes, it's more of a deal with her, and like I said, you just happen to be in the middle of it.
I see. Well, I guess it's a good thing I didn't break things off with her then. I suppose if it was to come in handy and actually figure out what she wants. Some people can be so scriptive.
I can tell you that as well. But again,
Hmm.
it is up to you.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with it. As long as it's nothing too bad, obviously. Like I need my brother coming after me for every little thing I've done. He'll probably kill me for this too.
Your brother.
I don't even want to get started on that. Not really blood related, but not blood related. You know how it is. Adopted siblings.
Okay, okay. Well, if you are wanting to go through with this, do you want to do it the fun way or the boring way?
Mm, well, you seem like the fun type.
Well, it is up to you.
Besides, this night is, well, fun and all, but you said fun, and I mean, who could not disagree with that?
Okay. Well then, why don't I let me go ahead and do this just so you guys can see. Da da
Love images.
da. She's just okay. Well, why don't we go ahead and get started? I'll lead. And as that's going on, what is the rest of you guys doing?
Uh,
I mean, this has been quite a while while she's gone, right?
Um, when she, in terms of like about this conversation, it's probably been about, we'll say, 10 minutes or so, and
Maybe.
as she is uh furthering, it's like it's definitely getting on. Like I will say, probably to the end of this, it's probably going to be about 40 to 45 minutes. Like it's like you guys have almost been here an entire hour, pretty much.
uh, this is a dizzy drink.
Like, Carissa's been like the thing is, considering it's so much time, like Carissa, she's been like staring at everyone like a hawk, so she knows that Akuma isn't there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just sitting there like, hmm, this is problematic. And then looks at the two blackout drunk people. This is even more problematic.
Well, while you're trying to figure out about your problem, why don't we actually go ahead and take a break for a second?
Oh
So,
no, I know, I have the solution. Don't worry about it.
so why don't you go ahead and grab a drink or some food, and we'll be right back. Right? So, welcome back, everybody. So, I hope you have your refreshments. I hope you have used the latrine. So, why don't we go ahead and jump right back into this? So, as time has been going on, 20 to 30 minutes or so, like Arissa, you definitely know that Akuma has yet to come back.
So considering that I've seen the layout of this place before, and there was only one room that was like closed off. Or she just like stares in the direction and goes. And then looks at the other people and goes, shakes her head again.
Drunk people are useless.
And I didn't want to get into trouble today.
I mean, you could message if you want instead of having to do something. Depends on how drunk or how lazy you are right now.
To leave her.
Ursa has literally drank this much of a drink the entire evening.
Arissa is a somewhat professional when it comes to these types of environment with the people she had to previously deal with.
So it's just basically hanging on Alec, like, Alec, you're my buddy. You're my good buddy. I put you through a lot, but it's because I like you. You're the only other guy in the group. You're the only one I feel that male bonding with. You know what I mean, Alec?
Alec is just kind of like, I think I need to get you a gift. Why don't you sit right there for a second? Just like kind of gets up for a second, and it kind of
You're
comes
my good buddy, Alec.
comes back with like uh two of the orcs from the top table, and it's just like he really needs a massage, and like he looks so tense.
Alec, you're my good buddy.
Hey, I'm here for you, and it's just kind of like they kind of went to a bench, and it's just like Alec like gave the two guys some gold pieces, and it's just like, I mean, you don't have to go gentle.
I look at Alec and I just say like, watch this, and under the table I cast Mage Hand. And,
It was already tripping on the bench.
not even that.
Trip more.
It's like it's just gonna like. This is one of my favorite tricks I used to pull on people who are being more ballsy than they should be. And the mage hand will grab a specific part of the male body and like slightly squeezes.
Hey, so these people are getting a little bit of frisky.
I'm an engaged man. And I'll just reach back and try and slap one of them. It's a very like I'm too drunk to actually coordinate where you are. Just kind of miss it entirely.
As you do that, and it's just like Alex just like, I'm really enjoying this, and kind of like gets one of the servants to come over, and it's just like, you can slowly replace him, and I'll pay you as well. And it's just like, but he does like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Help him out a little bit. And so this one is getting more like, kind of with the mage hand already doing some weird things. Is like this one is just kind of slowly getting to town. So.
And then, like as Ursa's like looking like seeing that he's having a good time, then she looks at Alec, and this is what happens when they were being way too ballsy. Full on squeeze on one of the testes.
Probably a very high pitched scream that I might
Yeah.
duplicate.
As you do that, and like the guy that's kind of behind you is like, I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. Hold on. He actually like kind of yells out, it's like, I think we gotta.
You gotta scream it.
But it kind of seems like some people are starting to find this just a little bit more entertaining as well. So,
using the distraction as everyone is like looking at Zoe and as he's screaming and all the things. Everyone looks at the door, and then sends a message to Akuma. The fuck are you doing?
I'm spinning my bar stool right now.
You get a reply back of something that you haven't heard really, definitely haven't heard anything like that from Akruma, as it seems like she is in a particular situation that involves extreme happiness. Uh, and I guess for a layman's term, she's currently uh, getting busy with Pyra.
Ursula looks at Tay. I think you're being cheated on.
I think Tay's too drunk to understand what that means, considering Tay thought clubbing was literally clubbing someone. I don't think she would know what cheating necessarily is.
What does cheating mean?
I look at Alec. I'm about to do something stupid.
Alec looks back and he's like, "Thought you said no trouble." I mean, this is hilarious. Don't get me wrong, but what is it?
I think we're having an demon issue. And then looks at the empty chair.
Ah, shit. I was too busy. My bad. I should have been watching. I honestly thought this
Yeah.
was the perfect time to
I mean,
do
it was
this.
pretty enjoyable. But there's a
Ah.
reason why I'm professional.
Do
I
you
will
want?
say I look like an orc, so if they're touching anything, even if like they've removed layers of clothing, it still looks like there's clothes there. Disguise self.
I'm going to say this. It's Alec is kind of like informed, like it's a joke, so they're not going too far.
Okay.
But at the same time, like you know, it's like don't go crazy, but a little tickle never hurts anybody. And so they're it's more of just hilarious laughs. To you, it's just like you're having a pillow fight with tons of people and you're enjoying this.
Who has no idea what's going on really.
Exactly.
Yep.
But
As far
Alec,
as Zoe knows, pretty much it's just like the arm wrestling event again.
Alec kind of goes and sits down for a moment next to Eurus, and he's just like, "So what are you thinking? Like, do you think she's in trouble, or
I think she's doing something she shouldn't be doing.
that's like about a lot of things."
Yes. I don't know exactly. I mean, I don't know exactly what it is. It's like it's impossible for me to know. But I mean,
Ah,
Like so much shame.
Well,
ah.
what are you thinking?
we could get in there. It's not that hard.
No,
Yeah,
but
I'm going web.
Tay, wanna go clubbing?
Let's do it.
are you sure about this?
I'm
No.
fine.
No, actually, let's leave her out of it. Let's leave these drunk two people here together, and they can have a good time. How
I-
about we go on a little adventure?
I can.
I mean,
I'm perfectly fine.
and it's just like Alex, like kind of still looking at Arissa, but just like slides a glass over to Tay, and it's just kind of like hits your head a little bit, and you're like, "Ow!" And then go to drink it.
Ow.
Alex still looking at him. He's just like, I mean, if you want to go, we'll go. But so
Well,
much for
Chris,
not getting in trouble, right?
I mean, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's time to get someone out of trouble. But to get someone out of trouble, we need to have a distraction.
Oi.
Like Ursa looks at the orc sitting at the table over there. Looks at Tay. I mean, this was more fun when the people you did it with weren't, you know, your friends. But I mean, to save one friend, you have to sacrifice another one, right?
I mean, sure. I mean, it's just like
No.
he's kind of like confused. There's his level of urgency of is trying to determine where he needs to be.
Exactly, I know.
It's just like not getting in trouble, but then getting in trouble, and like what you were suggesting about putting somebody to fight. It's just kind of like.
I just look at Tay. I look at Tay, and I get close. those orcs over there, as he points to the table of orcs, they're insulting you. They say you're really bad at clubbing.
Hey, what? Oh, ah,
I think you should.
okay.
I think you set things straight.
Yeah, I got this.
And I just say, and I just look at that Alec. Just watch this.
Okay. And he kind of like looks up a little bit, watching Tay. Tay, what do you do?
I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna grab the glass that I just finished. I'm gonna carry it over, and I'm gonna be clubbing now. Throw it at them.
Oh no.
Okay. As
Everyone
you as you slam the glass into one of them, and it's just kind of like they were kind of having a laugh what's happening downstairs, but then when you kind of like yell and like hit, he's just like the and like kind of grabs you and kind of like chucks you a little bit, and it kind of starts to indicate or insinuate of some things as it looks like a bar fight is starting.
Oh, we're fine.
And it's kind of like as he grabs you and yeah, kind of grabs you and chucks you, and it lands across the way, landing on somebody else's table, and it's kind of like throwing food, except it's like, what the hell? And so it's just like, hey, you're caught up in the middle of like two different fights.
Riot!
So as everyone, like I assume everyone is staring at that side of the room now, right?
I mean, sure.
I just go to Alec. I mean, like, well,
He's just laying on the bench trying to swim right now.
Alec,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's like I hate all this. I say to Alec, like, let's get low a little bit, and then I'm gonna take a hold of him, and I'm gonna subtle spell dimension doors to the other side of the thing.
Okay. Yeah. Now there's two doors, just so you know. Okay, but
Yeah,
the one's closest to you is what you assumed that's part of the one that Akuma went to. The
yeah,
one
it's
that
like, the-
the one that you tried to arcane eye and couldn't get by is the one on the left. Just
yeah, I just go for the like. I think I saw her walk away in a direction, right? And then I didn't see her across the room again because I've been watching the room the entire time.
yeah, it's you didn't see like you kind of see her stepped away, and you could probably say that you might have saw her going through the doors down there. Um, you don't know what's down there, but you know as you kind of glance around the room that the one on the left is the one that you tried to get into with your arcane eye but couldn't.
Mm.
So as you kind of grab a
I mean,
hold of,
I send the message in the direction so I know what direction she's in because otherwise the message wouldn't land.
And she could have tried one door and then the other with message.
I'm not using sending. I'm using message.
yeah, like I guess it's kind of weird because she's you don't know this, but she's slightly higher than you, and it's a little bit more center of the room.
I just have
So
to imagine it. I just have to imagine being there, so you know. It is
yeah,
what it is.
it's kind of like one of those you saw the door and you kind of like it's like you're making a best angle guess. So I assume you aimed down the middle and just called.
Yeah, I was just like there.
So
So we just like
Hear with Alec partially phased into the wall.
he would just get shoved out. Then it's fine.
as both of you as you kind of grab a hold of Alec and you dimension door to the other side of the door, you guys get there, and it's kind of like as you guys pop up, it's you and Alec were going like kind of underneath the table to do this. A bunch of kind of like staff was also kind of like coming out to deal with whatever. But as you kind of land there and start to look around, you can see like there's what looks to be like bathrooms, what appears to be like additional rooms back there. There's a staircase to the right. This almost seems
yeah.
like a typical area for probably people to pass by through.
I just look at him and I just say, "Can you do Can you just locate her? I know you can. It's locate creature."
Yeah, I can. And
Oh, well,
go ahead.
yeah, like just Like if you can't find, like if it's too hard to explain, just let me know.
He kind of like closes his eyes for a second and it's just above to the left a little bit because the door's behind you guys. So above to the left a little bit.
Okay. I just say like, well, might do it again, right? Boop again, directly at where he's pointing.
Okay. You both land outside of the door. As you both kind of like slap into it. Seems like it was preventing you guys from getting in. And as you guys kind of like fumbled a little bit and like start to look
Alex
around,
use
you see
the door too?
the two guards that are standing there like staring at you guys as you both are just
I smacked it on the door.
I look at the guards. So, what did you do to our friend?
do what to whose friend? And what are you doing up here?
Being in places where I'm supposed to be.
Being in places where you're not supposed to be, and they both try to go and grab both you and Alec.
Let's see. I just I had the spell ready. Where is it?
Fireball.
You can hear Alec, who's also like, "Is this the time to start causing trouble?"
I'm just looking at my.
Eat
Like
that bag of chips.
Arissa will cast suggestion on one of the guards.
Okay.
It's like we're supposed to be here. Your friend doesn't know that we're supposed to be here.
Mhm.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Let me look at. You suck ass so much. Okay. Um, I'll say you told that to the one that's like trying to grapple you.
Mm.
And it's just like he's kind of like he stopped while Alec is like kind of like wrestling a little bit with the person that's trying to get him, and he's like, what friend are you talking about?"
I mean the demon thief lady, or the orc. Sorry, I don't. She doesn't say it because she remembers the orc. The orc person.
It's just like,
Can you tell your buddy to stop and look
Uh,
what he's doing? He's making a mess of him.
"Hey, calm down for a second. I think they're just friends." And he's just like, "The hell's wrong with you?" And he's just like, Alex is just like, "Look, whatever you want to do, you might as well do it while I got this one." And they're like kind of
I
going back and
mean,
forth.
we're supposed to be here. Like, I don't know why you're struggling so much with them. Like, just calm down.
And the other guy's just like, he's starting to fight back. He's like, "No, I'm not. Like, you guys ain't supposed to be here." And the other one is just like, but they are. And it's just like he's not fighting back, but it's just like he's saying what you're saying.
Yeah, I know.
The other guy's just like, he has his hands to deal with Alec, and it's just like, I can't let go of this and deal with like whatever the fuck's happening over there.
It'd be like, just. I mean, we're supposed to be. Can you just open the door so I can get in and see my friend?
Oh, yeah, sure. And kind of go ahead and opens the door. And as you kind of like start to step in and see, you can see that like low lit environment. You can see what appears to be two female tieflings, more likely like on top of each other on a desk. One does appear to be Akuma.
Well. If we're not having that much fun here.
Oh, Marissa.
And you can see the other tieflings kind of like, "Oh, are you here to have fun too?"
No, not really.
She's just worried about me.
Don't worry, I'm taking very good care of her.
Okay, contrary to my friend over there, that I mean, you're doing a good job, but contrary to my friend, I'm not as naive.
Hmm.
I sort of dealt with these environments a lot, so. What deal are you trying to make? I mean, you don't call people randomly up to your private room for no reason.
Well, since you're ruining the fun, you can come over here and find out.
No, I'm perfectly fine over here.
Um, you can say as she said that. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
21.
Ooh.
Okay. And she's like, "Oh, you come here to be so hostile, and
No,
all
I'm
we're
just not
doing
fun.
here is having fun."
I'm not fun at parties.
Very well. And she kind of just looks back at Yukuma, and she's just like, "I guess your party's over since your buzzkill has come to take you away."
I guess so. Well, thanks for having me, anyways.
Please. The pleasure was all mine. And it's kind of like she kind of starts to sit up, and she's not even bothered putting on any of her clothes. And Akuma, you kind of definitely feel just like an adrenaline rush. It's kind of like happening, but at the same time, like super vibed, relaxed. Like this was just like the best time you've ever had. But as you slowly get your clothes on, as Larissa's just standing there like an angry parent who's like violently tapping her feet, and you can hear Pirates just like, "Dear, you can stop wrestling. They're leaving." And you just like both of them
See,
kind of
I told you were supposed to be here.
Competition between
both of them kind of stop, and they both say the same thing. It's like, "Yeah, he could take much more," and they kind of like stare at each other again, and it's just like, oh. Anyways, y'all have fun. I'll be here
Well,
if you need anything.
have fun with your new island, I suppose.
New island. Oh,
I
yes.
mean, I thought you knew everything. Anyway,
I was caught up in the moment.
very well. Well, next time you make deals, I mean, I don't know. This is weird. Anyway, I'm gonna go. They're causing trouble down in your bar, but I just drag them out. Don't worry about it.
So,
Have fun with your city. I hope I never see you again.
so before all of that, Akuma, as things started to heat up and take a very interesting turn for yourself, um, within a couple of minutes, it's almost like she was guiding you to a place, and then it's kind of like your mind and body split. While your body was there in a sense with her, it's like her mind was showing you what, in a sense, the deal was, and it's all like she was showing you what she said she would show you, which was that you are looking for an island uh, that is to the right off the west coast of the southern Aztec. Um, and it's kind of like you saw a map. In a sense, it's like
Cool.
she instantly
Could
showed
you?
you what it was.
Oh, would you mark it on the map for me so I can
Yeah, it
actually see it?
is Tilfell. It is Tilfell Reef.
Oh, the reef there, the little kind of like orange islands.
Uh, nope. It is directly to the left, all the way over here.
Just move.
So,
Yeah, you'll still have to mark it for me.
yeah, I'm
Make it-
constantly pinging it.
Oh, I
Um,
must be looking at the wrong side. Whoops.
so
Oh, there it is. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Wow, so close.
Um,
God.
you, it's like as you're shown that you were shown almost like a temple, a really grand like temple. Like we're talking about like for us like Aztec level temples. Um, and it's almost like oh it shows you in a really like at the moment there was like nothing around this temple, but then it was like a quick fast forward and it's like quickly was showing you that how vegetation was slowly taking this over, how the trees were slowly forming around it, um, and pretty much this temple being engulfed in trees.
Hmm.
You see a, a picture, which I'll send you later, um, of you can only assume is your mother,
Hmm.
and you get she kind of like was starting to inform you of what the vessel means, as you belong to her, and that's kind of like when Arissa came in and it's kind of like interrupted you both. So that is that is all of the like information that was kind of going through your mind during this entire process.
So that was all the information that was also supposed to be given as well, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Cool.
I don't think I'm missing anything. So, as you kind of have your clothes on and start to walk out, both Arissa, you see like Alec and this guy just both like squaring off, like they're ready to go for round two, but they both were kind of like trying not to escalate it, but it's like at the same time, it's like one of those you make the first move, no, you make the first move, and it's just like
Gentlemen.
And the other guy's just super chill.
the other guy's just like he's
They're friends. They're all
Uh,
friends. We're friends here.
He's like, dude, I really don't know why you're fighting. Like, come on. It's they're fine. They're not causing any trouble. See? And it's just like the other guy's like, you're definitely like fucked up. You know nobody's supposed to be up here unless they were like brought up here. And it's just like, well,
They're
they came
supposed
up
to be
here,
here.
didn't they? And it's like as they kind of arguing, you three head back downstairs, heading outside.
I just,
Uh,
I guess I'll just drag tape from under something where she is.
Yeah, it seems
There's
like
all the way out to-
the staff kind of got everybody backed up. Tay's kind of like upside down on the like bench, just kind of like she's out.
Joe is in the air floating as he doesn't need any magical elements to be able to do that.
That is
Just
true,
trying to
actually.
swim.
He's just floating in
In the
midair.
air.
Some people are like
I-
kind of looking, and it's just like
I just grab him like a balloon by the leg, and then like
Whee!
grab Tay by the other, grab Tay by the other leg, and say like, Alec, can you get their stuff? As we just like walk out of the club.
and as you guys are in a sense walking out like Akuma, you taking like one last look, and you can see Pyra just kind of like in the window, just waving goodbye to you.
Yeah, she waves back.
As and then you guys walk back out into the night.
I think Arissa will send like a message towards Pyra. Wait a minute. How do I phrase this? Like my brain went to switch to fucking Swedish. I was like, that's not correct. It's like I'm not supposed to
she'll
talk
definitely
Swedish. But
understand. She'll understand Swedish perfectly fine.
yeah, of course. It's the tiefling language Swedish now.
Yeah, I know Swedish
Uh,
clearly.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't choose Tiefling now.
I just sent a message. Hope I never see you again. But you did look really good. And then she just walks into the night with the
you
Zoe
just
balloon.
you just hear like, "Thank you. I'm sorry that our."
Joe's trying to swim in the opposite direction from you.
You just get a reply, and it's just like, "Thank you. I know it may not be like it, but I am definitely different from what you have thought of. But I'm sorry that I won't be seeing you again."
And then I was like, nods. Like, I guess she can't see me. Maybe she can see me nod in the darkness, but then just walks off with the balloon and unconscious stay in her other arm.
But
What is it?
you guys eventually make it back to your makeshift shaft of, I would assume, just kind of more of clayish, like.
Yeah, just go back to the dirt. Essentially.
Is there a homeless man in there playing with our cards and drinking our water?
Um,
as I had walked
Cards
away
would be
yelling.
gone.
The cards and water are gone.
Okay.
Ah, good.
It definitely looked like people came in and then
Really?
left.
Potatoes
Do what?
covering the. Did anyone steal the mashed potatoes just covering the ground?
No, nobody's that desperate.
Oh, are you kidding me? Man.
So, Alec, you totally had that guy, right?
Alex just like, I totally had the motherfucker. Like, I
Alex,
was waiting for the perfect moment. If I heard a distress, like that guy was about to go flying. Like you, I had him on the next level. I was about to like underhand and start throwing. I want to check something real quick. So choose one or two.
2.
Okay. So yeah, Alex is just full. You know, he's just talking about how he had it. He had it under control.
I'm just gonna do a quick insight there. Natural 20. Natural 20 is when you need them. When you need them.
When a friend is trying to say that they totally had the guy, I totally
You're like,
would have kicked his ass.
The other guy at a flinch of no. If you would have made more of like a threatening type tone when you kind of like stepped in, that guy was about to toss Alec to the fucking side like a rag doll down the steps, and he was about to go in.
Oh no.
I'll say because of your natural 20, Alec rolled a 7. That guy rolled a natural 20.
Oh shit.
That guy was about to go to town.
Hey, well, what is his job? It's bouncer.
Rissa looks at him.
Hmm.
You totally had him.
He's just like, yeah, I did. So, what was going on in there?
Fuck if I know. They were having, sex.
What was
What's
that?
so bad about that?
When
Yeah,
okay, let me explain you to something. Since you all are incredibly unfamiliar with
Just
these
starts
things.
floating up onto the ceiling.
Fuck that guy.
What's really wrong with him?
He drank way too much.
Hey Clay, just so roll a d20 with disadvantage, just for SAOG.
I gotta see this.
7. Oh,
7.
disadvantage. 1, 1,
Good
1.
thing. 1, 1.
Aw.
Ah!
I was hoping for the 1.
Okay.
I was
Most
also
away.
hoping for the one because I would have done something that would have made that one incredibly hilarious. Anyway,
Just release the ceiling
when
and I just start floating up into the sky.
like when no, I would have wall of force you to the ceiling so that you would puke. Like if you would start puking, you would start like puking all over yourself.
You
Anyway,
do that with someone else. You like spun Alistar around in a circle and then threw her into a attic.
yeah, I
or
did
something.
that. I did that too. I levitated her. But so how this works when the rich owner of an establishment that is clearly meant for the wealthier people in town calls you to their private room for a conversation, there's usually something you have that they want.
Hmm.
Shortly put. Therefore, and because of the way they have gotten into power, you should never accept the deal. Because you're always going to take the short end. You might see, they might sugarcoat it and be like, oh, this is the deal you want. But in the end, they're going to get exactly what they want, and their goals are a little bit bigger than yours. Whatever.
hit him.
I mean, if you want to be a dick about it, I can make you forget this night, so.
I mean,
Those like in the air. Do it.
Those already forgotten this night.
Yeah.
There's no night to remember for Zell.
No.
So just in case, roll one more d20.
It's gonna be like a natural 20 or a natural 1. There's nothing in the middle. No, it's
Aw.
14.
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
Never
So
mind.
pretty much at this time you pass out.
Okay.
Does
Still
he
in the
fall
air,
down
like
now?
like he's
levitating.
like he's done now. So like he does start to like slowly fall back
Dude.
down to the ground, and he's just out. Tay is out, so it's just really you three at the moment.
So I see. You just want to take everything good from them. That I've never had something so nice, and you, of
No,
course,
no, I'm just
have
saying that
ruined it.
deal making is bad. Like
I've
that's the
never.
whole reason. That's the whole reason we got into trouble to begin with. Bad deals.
Well, I made my own choice, and I don't want to talk about it. It's just all my own personal stuff that you don't have to deal with because I'm doing it myself.
Oh,
Just
are
like
you
how you're
leaving
doing
then?
with yours. Hmm?
Are you leaving then?
No, but I do have a place I'd like to go once we're back to the mainland that's at least nearby.
Rissa just stares at you, then stares at Alec, but then just stares at the window and just goes, shakes her head.
I mean, it's about time we start doing some of our own things, don't you think? We've been doing all this other stuff for other people, and our stuff's starting to pile up. I'm sure you have lots of stuff that you haven't even talked about. Like the whole Barnaby situation that keeps getting brought up in point, but I don't know anything about it. So, why so interested in my stuff? You don't share yours.
I'm not interested because if I was interested, I would find out.
Hmm.
I'd rather not know
Well,
because it
let's see.
seems to be nothing good. No offense.
Family issues. That's all
Hmm.
mine. That's about it. What I would chalk it up to. But I feel if I said any more, it wouldn't make any sense anyway. Like you said, you don't care, so.
I mean, it's
I
not caring as I don't want to know. I choose not to know. There's a difference between not caring and don't wanting to know.
uh, I suppose I wouldn't fully understand that.
I mean, it's not that difficult. It's like I do care. I just don't want to know because my list of issues is already too
But
long.
that's why I haven't bothered with you. I know you have lots going on. So why bring up the little things that I have?
I mean, it's not little.
I suppose it's not really little, but it can still go back on the burner. Is that how you say that? Back of the burner back?
Back burner.
Yeah, that. For now. I at least know the information I need. So,
Are you sure you want to follow up on it?
well, that's something I haven't really thought about yet. So I suppose I'll think about it a little more and let you know. But for now, I was curious to what we're doing next. What is more important on the list?
Going home, seeing what state that is in.
Oh, yeah. Haven't talked about
Need
him in a while.
need to go check on a specific dragonborn friend of ours,
Oh,
Which,
and my parents are also there.
by the way, you do now get a message. It's kind of like more during the whole situation, but you kind of like put on the back burner because I forgot. You did get a message from.
Cypher?
sorry.
You got a message from Sabora who said she received message from Kaiser who received message from Cipher.
Cypher.
It's
Oh
kind of like
no.
a chain, and
All
it's
the
like
same
she's
messages.
messaging you.
Message Cipher now and be like, "Hey, you were supposed to tell me."
Ore
Yeah.
has like woken up.
Ezra's like mid sentence, he stops. There we go. First
Huh.
stop.
Well,
He's awake.
oh, well, that's good. At least to talk to him about stuff. But at least we can let him know that the orb's back.
I mean, he knows. I mean, I told him as much as that we're doing that. So we'll see what we do. I don't really. We'll figure it out. One step at a time.
Alrighty then. I guess that's everything. Hmm. Well, I suppose before I, well, head off to sleep. Is there anything else you need from me or
No.
don't want to know? Or that I should know? Is-
Well, what you should know is that I do care. I just don't want to know. Like it's something that if I know too much about, I might try to affect it, and I feel like it's your choice to make, and not me to affect it.
that makes sense. Well, alright then. If the time comes where I really need opinion, I suppose, or whatnot, I'll let you know, I suppose. I'll think about it. In the meantime, I'm gonna go sleep.
So, uh, as everybody seems to kind of pass out, uh, do you as well, Arissa?
I think Arisa just goes and sits and at the cliffside and just stares out over the water for like 45 minutes probably before she goes to sleep.
Okay, yeah. You kind of just staring out, and you can see, kind of like hearing the waves as it crashes underneath, down at the bottom. The boats that are kind of out there. Some have like little lights on, like lanterns. Some don't. Um, you can see, uh, kind of just life, or not life, but nighttime inhabitants making their emergence, or probably was already there, doing their thing to begin with. And but it's very, in a different kind of way, peaceful, and you do eventually go back and try to get your rest.
I think I'll just send a message to Ora as well, like, hey buddy, it's good to hear that you're awake. We'll be on our way back soon. Will take us a few days.
You get a reply, and it's just, I can't thank you enough. I think I really screwed up on that one. But thank you for being a friend, Larissa. Be safe.
Just go sleep. Put up the dome as well as I get in and like sort of roll Tay into it, I suppose.
Push.
Okay. I cannot find what I'm looking for. Anyways, yeah, sure enough. Let me go to this. We are now on day 14. As you guys have woken up, and some of you have like just major headaches. Man, 2 and 20, that's far in between right there.
Yeah.
Too bright.
Uh, Zoe, like, not only do you not remember anything at all, like, you don't even remember the whole entire day, is how far you went. Um, Tay, you remember all the way up to the club part, and it's just like, then it kind of blacked out. Like, you feel like
Never in
a
the
little,
hotel.
you feel like a little bit sore because, like, you don't remember, but you were kind of in the middle of 2 fights. Zoe, you also feel kind of sensitive down there.
I'm sore.
um,
My back.
Akuma, you honestly feel very well rested.
Tell if my mouth is dry
Um,
or if it's full of sand.
Recommendation.
uh,
Where'd they
Arissa,
go?
you feel just okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. Um, and Alec is just like, yo, I'm here.
Stand right there, Alec. It's too bright.
And he's just like, he's actually on the other side, like away from the area you're pointing. He's just like, yeah, no problem. I'll stay right here.
Oh my god.
What? Oh.
Let's go find that tiger buddy, see if they got an answer yet.
Uh,
You two can stay here and suffer.
Indeed, maybe
Nah.
just won't move.
No,
Here.
I'll come with you. And I reach over and grab my lantern and just go inside of it.
um,
Jay, you take care of the
Huh.
lantern.
you
Right.
kind of try to go inside of it. You think you have the lantern, and you don't know why you're not
It's not
going
the.
in it. It's not the lantern. Like it's a lantern, but it's not the lantern. Alec is just like holding on to it, and it's like, yeah,
It's
we'll
a
be
lantern
back.
Alec has sculpted out of potatoes.
Yeah, it's potato lantern.
One of his games he did yesterday.
So Alec, who kind of has a hold of your lantern, is just like walking away with it with Orissa.
I think I'm in
Me
the lantern as I'm
too.
walking away.
Find the cat.
I watch him walk away with it, but I think I'm inside. Good.
He walks up. That sounds so nice. Whoa.
I guess we'll just go walk in town and look for one of the tiger people.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
okay, yeah. Actually, like as you're kind of like on your way, they're like on their way.
Oh, sorry, sort of meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's definitely meet in the middle, and it's just like, I see you were woken. Just about to come and get you.
Yeah, some of us have woken up.
Yeah, other people got a little too drunk last night.
Well, I'm glad that you all seem to have fun. Anyway.
I mean,
It's
they
like
had,
probably our first time having fun in like ever. So
I didn't have fun, so it's fine.
Hmm.
Anyway, did you find out what you needed to find out?
I did get word that, I probably should have done this in the first place. Yeah, I did get word that right now there's currently of a giant lake that is in the area that you have informed us about, and I'm still very intrigued on how this transpired, but nevertheless,
Let's just say that knowledge is not supposed to be known, in fear of everything going away again.
and he kind
All I
of
have to say about it.
he looks at his guys and he's just, why don't you go ahead and do the perimeter checks around the thing, and they kind of like I start walking away, and he looks at you.
So
And go
is he
ahead.
alone now?
He's alone, yes,
Good.
and he kind
I
of
look
looks.
at I look at him in the eyes, and I say, I subtle cast modify memory, and he's gonna roll you on the save.
Okay.
And I put in his head, if anyone ever meddles with that, this land will be plunged into chaos. And you want to prevent this at every cost.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. That's it. I only have like a little bit of time to do it.
Okay. Yeah. He actually, as you do that, he's just like, that is why I was here going to ask. May I talk to you in private?
Sure.
Alex.
He doesn't know I cast a spell, by the way.
Oh no, that's
Like
fine.
Alec understands, I suppose. No, Alec doesn't understand because I subtle spelled it, so he doesn't even know. I just said that to him.
Yeah, like it's kind of like, it's almost like you told him what was going to happen, in a way, and he's just like, yeah, like it's what I was here to talk about, but it's like he doesn't know that you cast something on him, so it's like he's saying yes to what you cast, but still doesn't know you cast it.
Yeah.
And that's
Exactly.
what a 2 gets
Magic
you.
Magic hands.
Mid conversation for him.
Yeah.
And so he, as you guys kind of like walk, I don't know, 10 to 15 feet, a little bit away, Alex just like, yeah, I'll stay here. I'm like, I have anything else to do. And he kind of like slowly just looks at the lantern. It's just like, actually, it would have been fun if he was in this and I spun it. Like,
Yep.
Oh, that would
yeah.
be.
Alec missed his
Hey,
chance.
Yeah.
Arissa, I'll be right back. It's just like,
Okay, what do
well,
you
he's just
want?
like, he's talking, he's like, damn it. Never mind, I'll be right
As I look
here.
back, I'm probably a bit more conscious and
Um,
realize
Anyway,
it's
yeah.
a bad idea.
so as you guys kind of go off to the side a little bit, and he's just, all right. So obviously, this is something extremely important, right? I'd hate to cause madness across whatever. Seems like it's bringing water back to this land.
Hmm.
Can't you tell me anything about it? Like, why did you have to bring it back? What can it do if here's my thing. I'm trying to do something reasonable. You have opened up potential good access for my lord's Sunward. I'm sure he would be pleased by the opportunity that has bestowed upon him. But if this thing causes something, I'd hate it to cause any pain to him. And for my
Well,
grand,
the only way you can prevent that is by not meddling with it. Don't meddle with the source of the water. It is not meant for people like you and me.
kind of, you see he's like trying to process things. Like he's trying to. It's like you've seen that face before. It's like he's trying to calculate. He's
And like she just looks at it, like she takes him by the arm and like turns him around to look at like in the direction of like the land. And he's like, this place once used to be lively and green, but then some people thought they could take matters into their own hands and take things that don't belong to them, and then didn't do this.
I see. Well, that's very good to hear. Well, as for right now, like I said, from what I reported, or from what I got the report, it seems like it was a giant lake. It seems like it's constantly growing, so I have no doubt that it would probably eventually get here.
Hmm.
We'll go ahead and start the evacuations here. We'll get everybody and whatever we can out to safety before that water hopefully doesn't arrive just yet while we are in this process.
Well, I guess this is a good opportunity for you and your clan group to, since you knew about this, get a good deal out of this, right? You can make a lot of money, you can get a lot of glory.
Exactly. This is why I also said it was a very good opportunity for us. And this is also why I am coming here as also.
Hmm.
Why I was coming here to also give you a gift from us. Go ahead and leave and don't come back. Because the
Don't really
fact
plan.
you brought that here, because you brought this here, people, if they knew who brought the water back to these lands, could start to cause problems. I can tell you, for instance, my lord will not be very happy if people were starting to look towards you all instead.
Honestly, I don't have a slightest interest in controlling anything, and we are leaving. The only thing that I request if we ever need refuge, that we can get it amongst your people.
And you can see he's constantly just. If you ever are seeking refuge, this will be the only place, as long as I am here, you will find. It will be kept on low key, so don't go walking around like your usual selves.
No, don't worry about it. I don't. This is more of a in case things go absolutely fuck.
For sure, the majority of the time we were here, we were orcs anyway.
And we were also yeah, and like, or it's just like here's that voice in the back of head. I'm like, we never really looked like ourselves when we were here to begin with. So
True. Mhm.
As long as you stay hidden, I can do my best for the gift that you're about to, well, for the gift that you have brought us. That is what I can do for you.
well, then we've made a deal, and we'll be leaving immediately.
And he's just kind of like happy that this is a positive, interaction. He's like, hmm. Well,
As Ursa like turns around. Well, good luck. Don't fuck it up. I don't want to come back here to fix problems you caused.
y'all have a safe trip. And kind of starts heading back towards the city.
I just walk back to Kun. Well, that went weirdly pleasant.
Oh,
Th- They assumed that we were gonna be like, oh, we brought the water back, worship us. Like, fuck that shit. I have no interest in this shithole.
no,
Even though it's
I'm
gonna
not.
be water here soon.
Yeah, I'm not interested either. I think it's good that we leave then.
It's like such a culture difference, like slaves and shit. Ugh.
Yeah, that's definitely not my thing. I don't like slavey stuff.
I mean, technically we're all slaves to most people are slaves to shitty paying jobs, but at least you're getting paid, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
But let's get home. I'm tired of this place. Too much sand.
how much sand? Indeed, it's everywhere, in everything.
I
In
keep
places
I
I
have
don't even want to mention.
I keep fucking precipitating, but it seems to stay.
I know, right? It
It's
doesn't go
like
away. Not sometimes I precipitation at all.
in a whole nother galaxy, far, far away, there is just somebody who's just like looks up and he's just like, I know it gets everywhere, doesn't it?
And it's so coarse.
And then like
rough.
his master looks at him. Vader, who are you talking to? Oh, nothing, my lord, nothing. I just felt a disturbance in the force.
Yes.
Well, then
So we'll go
feel
back
it.
to our shack and just look at the drunkards or like the hangover people.
Oh,
they're
there,
they're they're slowly coming together.
I thought we were in an inn last night.
No, you all were really keen on clubbing, and you decided to drink.
I remember something about grapes. That's
Mm.
about
That's
it.
that's earlier.
Okay.
You're
There
pretty
was
far
this,
behind.
there was this red drink, and you had a really good time, and people pleasured you.
I'm an engaged man. That's not something I
Well,
would appreciate.
well, I guess you should have thought about it before you decided to drink.
I
What is
assumed
it?
my friends would keep me responsible.
Alec
Well,
Alec kind of like steps in, like shoving the wrist, and he's like, "Look, ma'am, I was trying to stop you. I was trying to be the best friend, but like, you kept on, and I'm like, I didn't want to hold you back, and so I was like, you know what? You look like you needed to have fun. You look like you needed to get loose, and so I was like, you know what? Have fun. Exactly.
All right.
Actually,
All
hold on,
right.
Thank you so much, Alec.
because it's a character.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Alec.
because you're
Persuasion.
Thank you so
Or is
very
it-
much, Alec.
Ja, może na to di-
Yeah.
Very appreciated.
Alec,
What a DM rolls around goes crazy.
Alec is just on point, like Akuma, and not even Akuma because she was left through all of that, but Arissa, like, this is like, you see through this so hard, but it's just like Alec is like playing it so well.
To Arissa,
Like a violin.
was
Or is
I
it just-
unfaithful?
Or is it just dance at him? Well, you did what you wanted to do.
Don't know. I don't know.
There's just drugs. I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, at worst case scenario, you forgot him, right?
I'm really
No, best case
sore.
scenario, sorry. Like you're in the best case scenario, you don't even remember what happened, so it's fine,
Alec
right?
does step in and he's just like,
I like this
hey,
is the
you know,
worst case.
she is kind of right. Like, if you don't remember, it never happened, right?
That's not how this works.
I think
Well,
that's how this works.
I
If
didn't
I
see
murdered
exactly.
someone, if I murdered Tay last night, and then I wake up this morning and don't remember it, I still murdered Tay.
Hmm.
Did you?
That's
If
if
you
you
don't remember
co-murdered me.
murdering Tay, how did you
I
know
look
you
over at
murdered
Tay.
Tay?
I mean,
I
I was
mean,
sore.
like you,
I
I was busy crashing a party with Akuma. Akuma was having a party with the club owner, so I crashed that party, and Tay was fighting people.
what kind
Club?
of party?
We went to. You remember that place that we saw with like the purple shit? You all wanted to go there,
Yes.
so we went. You all wanted to go, so we went there.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I mean, I can make you.
Food.
What?
Man, that was some good food.
What
I
kind
mean,
of party
I
was?
wonder if I could pull it out of you with magic, but I think it's more fun to have you not remember. I guess.
What kind
You
of
don't get to
what
remember the
kind
fun.
of party did Akuma and the owner have?
Well, like a conversation. A
I
very
don't know.
long.
Like I don't know. The only thing that I like only thing that I walked into was like opening the door and they were having conversations like, why are you having a private party over here?
Hmm.
I don't know. She left us, so I'm like, what the fuck? Why did you leave us? Especially since Zoe was having such a good time.
Yeah, what I've heard. He doesn't even remember it was so good, I guess.
I think I remember pillows? Maybe?
Hellos.
You remember your face being shoved in one. It helps with muffling the screams.
Hmm.
Oh God!
Well, let's make our way. Let's make our way back to the boat and get the fuck out of this place.
Okay.
Um,
Wait.
you guys could either have
Right.
flown or actually taken like a boat taxi to get to the boat. Really didn't matter. But you guys get back on the ship, kind of climbing the board as the
Oh.
captain is just like, ah, so you all made it. Well, that's good. So you guys done what you needed to do, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And
I
then
guess
some.
if you, um, like I just say to the captain, like let's go up to the crow's nest.
Uh, yeah, sure, okay, and kind of like climbs up there.
I put the glasses on and I point them in the direction of where I assume a lake is forming right now. If you can see that far with the goggles.
The boat, the cliff.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay, never mind. Scratch it. I didn't know how it looked.
Yeah, like
Actually.
like you guys have to go down,
Oh
and
no.
then it's
Okay,
on
then
the
fine.
water.
Okay, fine. Never mind. Revert that. I was like, well,
Lauren?
considering there's a lake forming in the desert, middle of the desert, I think we did our job.
Yep.
Well, I'm not here to argue any questions. So, we heading back home, or we heading somewhere else?
What's the most convenient for you? Like, where's the best place to drop us off?
I mean, we can head almost anywhere. Like being by ourselves. And he kind of like walk and talk to the captain's quarters to look at the map, and it's just like if we get close to Harridan Isles, that tends to be a little bit more of pirate-like territory. If typically we don't have problems going through there when we have a little bit more of a fleet, but when it's just one ship, they'll take advantage of that pretty easily. It's kind of why we made a
Oh,
really long detour around to make sure you got to your destination.
well, I
But
think they would find that their boats would sink fairly quickly against fire. But
Nice.
anyway,
Lots of ice.
we're going to all the way, and she pointed through Polis. All the way there's where we're going. So what's the most convenient place for you to drop us off? I think you. I wonder if your people are still in. And pointed at the Seacrest River. I wonder if they're still there.
um, I mean, I haven't been able to get back in contact. As far as I'm aware of, we were told after dropping you off we could have head back, taking the really sticking close to the shorelines and pushing our way from uh, Mythhand to Barson. Kind of around that territory is when we can find more of our fleet, so it kind of helps trades keep going back and forth. I can
Yeah.
most certainly go back and drop you off at the Seacrest, and just kind of like for you guys, uh, kind of where it starts. Where look at go here, kind of like this little territory right here is slowly like inclining, so he can as well drop you off like oops, can drop you
How
off
much?
somewhere in there. It's just this is like starting to go up into like a giant uh incline because Fupolis is almost like it's sitting on top of a really high incline, almost like a mountain, and it's why that's such a really good place for like farming. And you guys would know this is as like all of the waves keeps crashing into the side of the mountain and stuff like that, and tons of the storms. All that water just constantly keeps. It's not like heavy enough to always make it like a muddy, but it's just enough to really keep it like a perfect farming situation. That's why Fupolis is like a major farming city. So it's definitely on a high rise.
I mean, you can just drop us off at Seacrest. What's the most convenient for you guys? Like, you don't have to go all the way. Like, we can make our own way afterwards.
Yeah, Seacrest would. I mean, it could be the easiest. It's um, at this point we kind of don't have any other orders, so we're just really here to help.
Mm. Well, like, I think it's faster to go by boat all the way to Verpolis, right?
Uh, I
Me to
mean,
the DM. I think because we travel day and night, right? So we go further by boat than we go by flying in a day.
I think it also depends on wind.
uh, you guys technically took. Let's see. I think it was almost like it was somewhere between like a 4 day process because you guys had one dead wind session,
Mm.
and so that was almost like a 4 day process. You guys were traveling pretty fucking
Mhm.
far because I was actually surprised how fast a boat can travel, going like 4 miles an hour, but it was constantly sailing. So,
I mean, we could go all the way to Verpolis and you can also resupply at that city because at Seacrest there's no resupplies.
well, he can't drop you to Fupolis anyways, if you remember. It's
No, but we can go next to it and then we can go fly a few supplies back and forth for him.
if that is something you're willing to do, he's like, I don't have an issue with it. It's just like it would be very interesting to see how that like how that pans out. But if that's what you want to go, we can do that.
Maybe what does everyone else? Or we could just go Seacrest and then fly ourselves so it's less hassle. I don't know. Any?
Seacrest and then us flying might be
Let
a
me do
better
that.
option.
Let me do that. Okay, Seacrest this. Let's go.
I just think
Seacrest?
I think it might be easier at that point to be in
Yeah,
charge of
it's
our own destiny.
probably correct.
Okay. And so you guys are going to, and I want to recheck to make sure. I think it's this. See, this is the other one. No, it's the other one. What was that? Oh, that's what that was. um, so as the boat is starting to set sail and go on its way, is anybody doing anything specific or just kind of like relaxing at the moment?
And then
Mm-hmm.
I think we have two people like getting trying to survive their hangovers.
On a boat.
I guess. I'll ask. You know, I probably should ask Marissa why I'm so sore. So I'll go ask her. Did I? What happened yesterday? I'm really sore. Did I get? Um,
Like
You
and
got
you
into
said.
it.
you're such a combatish like person. You feel like you was in combat, but it was just like you don't remember that.
Was
Yeah,
there
you
a
you
fight?
yeah, you fought some people.
Did I accidentally kill somebody? Did
No,
no?
no, no.
Well, actually, Arissa probably wouldn't know if Tay killed anyone. She wasn't in the room during the fight.
No, but I would see
Walked
the
in at the
aftermath.
end.
No, Tay was. I can tell you, Tay would not have been able to kill somebody in her state.
They were all level 20. Every person in the bar.
It was like, no, no,
mhm.
you didn't kill anyone. I don't think you could have. You were too
Oh.
drunk.
I mean, the feeling itself was fun. This after effects, terrible.
Yeah, that's why I never drink. Really. I mean, it took me like a few hours. Like it took me quite a while to get this. I don't even think I finished the drink.
I don't
No, I
think
didn't
you
finish
did.
the drink. Like it's like sort of like when you deal with situations like this, you need to keep an eye out on things, which means you can't get blackout drunk.
Okay. I think.
And the after feeling is totally not worth it. Not to mention all the stupid shit you do whilst you're drunk.
Like getting handsy with other people. I look for Zoe when I say that. If Zoe's nearby or get into a
Still has
fight.
his like head in his hands, trying to figure out what all happened.
Yeah.
Trying his best to remember.
um. Who do I want? Nope, not that. Marissa, D20 for me.
I have my natural 20 lying around. I want to use my natural 20, but I can't use it on shit like this.
Or sorry, not D20. D8. 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 D8.
I was halfway in I was at D, and then instead of a 1, it became an 8.
Okay. Alright.
I was
Uh,
already fucking up on typing the correct D.
You you guys start to set sail on your way. About hold on, let me check because you guys there. Okay. So about like right there. It's kind of like where the night is getting because you guys didn't necessarily start your day off on the boat and automatically sailing. Um, but you guys are making your way through the seas. Uh, you guys do kind of spot or have been notified of there is about like 2 ships of unwanted guests uh, who seems to be making their way. I gotta stop saying that. Kind of like from this direction. So this is the direction that they're coming from, and so like they're,
Going from Pirate Island.
but it is getting closer to nightfall. Um, and since some of you, it's up to you guys if you're going to try to do the night and day crew things, but you guys were made aware that there seems to be 2 ships a good bit off, but are not showing uh, friendly colors.
Should I just blast them with an ice?
Let them get a little bit. I mean, it's not gonna be. If they suddenly see an explosion, it's not gonna do that much. They might.
When they get closer, can you wake us up?
Yeah, and then we just blast the fuck out of them.
We won't have to
Yay!
worry about them once we awake.
Just keep an eye
I
on
just
them.
figured, Rosa, me and you could probably dimension door over to one of each of the ships and bring back the captains from those ships.
If we can't bring you can only bring a willing target with you.
I think you can bring someone, but they have to make a save against it. No, only willing.
Well, you can
Up
take
to
me
us.
and take me to one of those shifts, and I can clear it out for you. Help clear it out.
Let's just not get ahead of ourselves.
So we're totally doing that.
So is anybody staying up during the night?
Yeah.
I think some of the people with dark vision staying up, right?
I think the last time it was probably Alec and Akuma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex, Zoe, and Akuma last time.
I think it was me and Tay during the day.
Okay. So, uh, so as the night crew takes over and you guys are kind of like sitting and watching. If you guys want to make perception checks during the night,
We have super ISO. Sees everything.
good gracious.
You
Oh
rolled
my
two 90s.
Wow.
You rolled two 90s in a row, and Alec.
I don't really need to roll high when he's got that
17, 28.
Um,
17, 20.
Alec is just like he knows uh the location of those ships, and it's just like I'm watching that. They don't seem to be getting too close, but it's like they're taking their time. Almost like they slow down a little bit at night. And he's just like, I think they're trying to be stealthy and sneak their way over here like we didn't see them.
Indeed. What a bunch of dummies.
Hey Zoe, why don't you go up top and keep an eye out, or are you feeling okay to do
I'm perfectly fine, Alec.
that?
You know what, buddy? Why don't I'll put my hand on Alec's shoulder and cast Charm Person. Why don't my good buddy Alec? Why don't you tell me all about last night?
What does he have to roll?
Let
Wisdom.
me double check. Is it
It's a
wisdom?
wisdom.
He's probably
It
gonna
is wisdom.
succeed, but
It's his best save, I think.
yeah,
Let's see it. Oh,
that
you got
Ooh,
fails.
50.
fails.
That
It's a
fails.
Oh.
He needs a
Why don't you
16, I
tell
think.
me all about what happened last night, my good buddy Alec?
He just laughs because he finds it hilarious. But as he starts to tell you, like, Akuma, what are you doing?
Watching what's. I'm gonna probably knock. I'm actually gonna try to knock him out. I don't want him talking about last night because it's like
Okay.
I like
Oh,
not knowing.
I'm just
What?
curious
Okay.
about
What
what
are you?
happened to me.
What are you going to do to knock him out?
How, there's loads of ways to cast it.
Fireball.
No, not like that. But something that would knock him out, but not kill him.
I don't think you don't have anything that hits
Nope.
hard enough to do that in one go.
Nope.
No, not necessarily.
Even the
Fireball.
it would hit me
What
first.
about Zoe? I could probably knock Zoe out.
Well, then you gotta like.
You
What?
could damage me enough to drop concentration.
What are you?
I was gonna say, what does it take to drop concentration
I
on
have to
snow?
fail a save. I have to roll a
Oh.
con save, and it has to be half the damage or 10,
Uh,
whichever's lower.
So
Fireball.
let's try chill touch and see what happens.
hold on.
It's not hurt. It doesn't hurt you. It's just your brain.
No, it does. It hurts. It
No,
hurts.
chill touch hurts.
Well, it still hurts. That's fine. I don't really care. I'm not purposely
That
trying to
hits
hurt him.
my
I'm just trying to
AC.
stop him.
Roll your damage.
Oh, there you go. I'm gonna. Who do I? I could probably morph either of you.
This is gonna make Sam more paranoid
I'm
about
gonna
stuff.
do. Yeah, I'm gonna turn him into. Let's see, what would I turn him into?
Who are you targeting?
I guess I'm not really sure, but I think since you're, you obviously, I'm just trying to think of a good animal to turn you into. That's hard to
Well,
contain.
if you're casting polymorph onto Zoe, Zoe's going to counterspell you.
You don't
Oh.
know this because you are
And subtle spell.
in the conversation with. Make a perception check. Make a perception check, Zoe, to see if you can see Akuma, who's like starting to hesitate about casting something on you.
12.
Akuma, you roll a deception check, trying to hide your intentions.
Sure, let's see if I can find my deception. Don't you just love the lists?
Her
of
deception's
things?
probably higher than my perception.
Yeah, it should be. I'm just.
Because Zoe, you're asking Alex because you charmed Alex, so you're like getting all these details as he's like starting to like he's really laughing really hard right now, and it's just like he's about to start telling you this, and Akuma, who's just like kind of hesitating a little bit off to the side, like she's not wanting this to transpire.
Yeah, no. You don't know. You don't know.
Okay.
Now you have to roll.
I guess I could turn him into a snail because that seems to be a thing we're doing.
I think he does have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. Wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
So Alec, or not Alec, Zoe, you feel as your
Nope, that's not one.
There it is. There it is.
Yay, that's not one. Yay, I win. It's a snail.
Mike's best friend instantly turns into a snail right in front of him. I still have concentration as a snail.
I think he thinks it's even funnier.
This is hilarious.
The snail does not understand.
I start climbing the mast as soon as I can.
It's gonna take you forever to get there.
Yep.
Okay, so hold on, Akuma, what do you turn him into?
Snail?
A snail? Okay. Alec is just like he's laughing and he's just hey, where'd he go? I was just about to tell him this hilarious story.
I think he went downstairs.
So he just like starts to go walking away, trying to go find you.
I'm gonna take the snail.
Does he
Aw.
step on me as he starts walking away?
No, because he has to turn around.
Oh, dang it.
You know what? You know what?
D20.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh god.
I can't wait for the
Oh
outcome.
no, that was
My feet. Roll it.
17.
It was cocked.
okay. Yeah, no, he doesn't step on you.
Oh.
I go for the mast.
You can pick up, I think.
Yeah, Akuma just kind of comes and like picks you up because you're trying to go for the mask.
I start going for the edge of her hand as fast as I can.
So entertaining.
Actually, snails have these little tiny, like, weird looking mouths. I'm just gonna start biting her hand.
Like it feels like nibbling. Like,
It's just like two
You-
little plates that start grinding against your skin.
Akuma, you don't like. You just know that you have a Zoe snail in your hands. As he's like trying to like get out of this.
Just eating the very top layer of her skin. Just I start crawling for her fingers to try and jump off the hand, but she's probably able to just do that thing where you like.
or you can just like
with you.
I can just cuff you, and then like, all right, you're in there. Okay, so Akuma, what are you doing now that you have a snail Zoe?
I'm just gonna go hold on to him and just be like, okay, it's time to go on an adventure. Let's go.
Where do you
Just
go?
Just run around the boat wherever Alec is not. Just be like, it's such
sitting on the boat like, yes, yes, precious.
Yes.
Okay. Um,
It gives him like a little piece of food. There you go.
He less than an hour.
I guess Alec is like shouting as he's coming down looking for fucking Zoe.
he kind of is,
Waking you up.
but he's not going to the high levels of like he's not like stupid to where like he just like Zoe and like yelling wake everybody up. He does kind of come down. He's like Zoe, looks around and kind of like does that shout whisper type thing.
Okay, yeah.
But he's just like he doesn't seem. He's like, damn, I must have missed him, and like goes back upstairs.
Or it's just like rolls out, shut the fuck up.
Okay, so
What's
as-
her?
as Alec is trying to find Zoe and Akuma, who's holding Zoe hostage as a snail and who's hiding from Alec,
Yeah, I'm hiding from him.
nobody pays attention as there's two boats that are making their presence right next to
I
the
just
ship.
wanted a few quick words from Alec about what I did that night, and now we're gonna get killed by pirates in the middle of the night.
And so we'll pick up next week.
Yay!
Yay!
As they
Too soon.
as they like start to get their boarding party ready.
To the rest of the crew, though, is there anyone looking out?
The reason why there's 3 of you guys there is because there's only 2 members at
Yeah,
night.
There's 3 members of the crew and 2 of us during the day, and 3 of us and 2 members of the crew at night.
Yeah,
So we left 2 guys on deck,
and
and
they don't have dark vision.
yep, or good perception, probably.
And so there is, I think it was the second second in command Low, who is still trying to navigate the ship.
Based on the stars, probably.
And so he's occupied with that. And then there's the other one who's, if there was something needing to be done, the water's decently going okay, so it's not bad. And so he's like either making sure, checking supplies, making sure things are just tied down here or there. And it's like you guys are having a field day, and it's just like kind of like every now and then getting in his way, so nobody's paying attention. So we'll pick this up next week, guys. So thank you all for coming out and enjoying this
I'm
wonderful.
down one spell. Akuma's down a polymorph. Alex still charmed by me.
I hope you enjoyed this wonderful mess that they've done. I enjoy it. So we'll pick back up. I hope you all have a wonderful night and a wonderful day. We'll catch you later. Bye.